View screen. How do I? How do I stream without you? I can't see. Oh, I know why. Because I have to do this, right? I have to be like on the menu. There. See? All
There
right.
we go.
Cool. Um, I forgot that Discord has a thing where the Discord like knows I wasn't looking at the Discord screen, so they were like, "We're gonna shut it off," and I was like,
Oh crap.
"Okay."
That's crazy.
Yeah, I gotta refresh my stream, then pull up Discord, and I'll make it smaller so that they know I'm looking at it. Then pull up thing. Oh no, but it makes it smaller on there too. That's crazy. All right, we fixed it. We're all in this together. Okay. All right, good afternoon, Twitch.tv. I'm Divine Angel Princess, and I'm here with Himio, and I'm very grateful for
Hello.
them and today's interview. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us today.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is my first time on Twitch, like actually using the app and like being on it at the same time. It's crazy.
Yeah, you know what? Judging by how well I use my OBS and my programs, you would think it's my first time on Twitch too. And
They're all really complicated. Yeah, it's a lot.
and each one has its own rules. And I'm like, what do you mean? I gotta be looking at you in the eyes, like.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So like, if you could see my screen, I have like 3 windows up, like staggered on each other, so I could possibly see the chat, see the Discord, and see the OBS at the same time. So, hey, we got Trolley twerking in the chat. Let's go. And if you guys are interested in Himio's content, I pinned their link tree to the top of our interview. So, yeah,
Thank you for that.
of course. So, let's get right on in here. Um, so I want you to introduce yourself, your age, your stats and identity. So like what name do you go by and how old are you?
I go by Himio on online. I do keep my real identity separate from my streaming persona, kind of. I'm 39 years old. I'm like I'm about 5'10" and a half, 5'11", and I haven't weighed myself in a while, but I'm probably around like 170, 175. I don't know if
Okay.
that makes
And shout out to you like not weighing yourself in a while. Like that seems like so healthy cuz like I know some people can get like so obsessed with the scale. Like I don't know. I just with my own journey with trying to be healthy, like I try not to weigh myself. I now like for the most part I'm like, well, can I keep up with the animals? Like can I am I do I feel strong? Do I feel like well rested and things instead of going like, do I feel thin? Like I don't I try not to anyways.
100%. It's all about comfort and how you feel for sure. And I do the same thing. I eat when I'm hungry. Like I don't really pay attention to like calories, or I try to get like enough like variety like vitamins and shit. But yeah.
Yeah, like I try to like sneak vegetables into shit and stuff. Like I worry more about
Yeah,
like the
for real.
density of it versus like the caloric intake of it. like for sure.
Yeah, and I guess I think you said identity in there. So like I'm a gay man, like I identify as a man. I have had some like periods of gender dysphoria in my past, but ultimately came out as a man.
Okay.
Um,
The man won that
yeah,
fight. Typical. I'm just kidding.
yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
and I guess like I'm autistic and ADHD. So that's the kind of other thing that's like a major kind of player on my life and like how I am and why I am the way I am.
Okay. What is there anything fun about you outside of what we're gonna discuss today? Hi, Harlequin. I see you. That you want the people, the internet to know about.
I mean, no, I'm just like a boring old guy. I'm obsessed with houseplants. That's like my big fixation this year. I have 80 to 90 houseplants, including like a shit ton of succulents. I don't know. I could talk about plants for like ever. Um, yeah, that's my big interest of the year. Houseplants, crochet, hiking, and Stephen King. Those are like my
Oh
biggies.
man, we have so much in common. First off, Stephen King's from New England, where I'm from. Secondly, I have a few succulents. In fact, maybe at the end I can go grab it because he's getting so big. He's so big. He's like this
Okay,
big, and I'm
that's
so
awesome.
happy. Yeah, and I crochet. So embarrassing
Nice.
that most people they probably don't even know. The fans don't even know. Um, I was in a long-term relationship, like, from, like, middle school until, like, he dumped me in high school.
Aw.
Well, like, after, I was, like, 19 when we broke up. So, I was crocheting, like, every day, like, white lace, like, chains and chains of white lace because I wanted to, like, braid it into my hair for our wedding, and, like, I spent,
Oh,
like, a lot of hours, years of my life like crocheting like lace that I'll never use. Cuz
in
even if
middle
I were
school?
to get married, like from middle school all throughout high school until I was like 19 when he dumped me.
That's intense.
Yeah. So like I can't even use it now though, right? Because it's like let's say like I get married, no man is going to be like, "Oh, so someone you spent like 7 years with, you crocheted that for him and you think you're going to wear that for me?" You know, so you can't even like you can't even like it's just lace, like little lace chains. So like if anybody wants white lace chains, I have like
There you
feet
go.
of it, like so much. Like I was like rolling it back up and stuff. But yeah,
Well, it's so cathartic, like crochet, the repetitive motion of it, you can just like, especially on a big pattern that has a lot of the same stitches, you can just then out and just like blank out, not pay attention, just like uh in wrap, pull, wrap, in wrap, pull. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, it's
it's
very
very
mindless,
zen.
and I felt like I was
Yeah.
very mentally healthy when I had that like hand fixation doing it. I
Yeah.
haven't crocheted like since pretty much. But I used to crochet so much, and that was, like, a side project on top of, like, all the little because my friend's mom taught us how to crochet when we were, like, little. So, I don't know, I
Okay.
used to make
Cool.
things, I just he broke my heart, and now I don't do it no more, but I
Too
could
much
if I
baggage.
wanted to.
Crochet baggage.
Yeah, right? Stabs him with the crochet needle.
Oh shit.
Friggin' Uh, alright. Oh, well, you didn't Porygon was in our chat and Trolley tried to catch it, but he failed. He
Oh shit.
failed.
That one's hard, right? That one's a rare one.
I don't know. I if
I don't know.
I don't know. I know that normally I try to catch him, but I know if I click onto that little menu screen, everything's going black. So I was like, you know what? I guess I'm not catching Pokemon this stream. It's okay. um but yeah, thank you so much for doing this interview. Let's just dive on into it. So we're going to talk about the mental and emotional preparation with your Oh, what is your official like amateur uh space for it? Like what do you call you cuz there's lots of different veins of adult spicy content.
Yeah, so mainly I've just been a cam boy, like just streaming on one of the like on the most probably well-known site, I won't say it, and then a couple of the smaller ones as well. I would like to sell more content, like do, but I don't really want to do OnlyFans. So that's just something I haven't quite jumped into yet. I'm pretty slow to get into things. It takes me a while to pull the trigger on things. So yeah,
So
just mainly a
when you
cam
say you
boy.
want to sell more content, like you like in the sense of like how like Snapchat people, like there's some Snapchat stars, right?
Yeah, like doing custom videos or even just selling videos, photos, I would do like video chat type stuff. I don't know, just kind of branching away from those like because the platforms are pretty rigid and you have to kind of use their currency and kind of monetize the way that they tell you to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, um yeah.
I get that. It's definitely seems like an MLM type thing. It's even like even on Twitch, you know, like when like a certain amount of like I mean, I think they made it like 1 bit per penny now, which is pretty straightforward. But like there are definitely
Mm.
like other sites where it's like Bigo where it's like 7 beans equals a diamond. But how much is a diamond worth? We don't know. Like
Yeah, and a bean is worth like 0.02 cents or something, like 0.0216 of a cent. Yeah.
yeah. So I can definitely see why someone would want to branch out of that and into like, all right, let's do the typical merchant exchange.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, so I've been a cam boy so far. Yeah.
All right. Um, and what emotional headspace do you need to be in before going live as a cam boy?
So I can just speak to myself. I have very hard time with demand and procrastination. So honestly, for me, it's usually just impulsive. Having a schedule and like a consistent time every day that I jump on helps a lot. But even within that, it's just like has to be like I have to have my setup done. So like lights on, my ring light set up, all that kind of stuff. And then it's just like a sit there and like, okay, I just have to go on. Like, fuck it, we're doing it right now. Like, just gotta go. And then once that starts, it's like, oh shit, better like set up and get ready. Yeah.
Yeah, I have similar things. I mean, you beat me to the interview room today. Um, I am also like anybody who's been a long time like supporter of me knows that I am a wicked procrastinator and I'm always running late for absolutely everything. Like and it's always like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry I missed it." Or like my sleep schedule's fucked up. So like I'll be like, "All right, I can definitely stream all night, then take care of my child. And then I can definitely go again and stream again with no sleep. I don't need a nap." And then I'm like, I'm just gonna sleep 10 minutes, 10 minutes. And then like 12 hours later, I'm like, I'm so
Oh shit.
sorry.
Yeah. When it's for myself, when it's my own goals and my own like expectations, I suck at meeting them. I'll procrastinate them away and ruin my life. But when it comes to other people, like if somebody else sets a time, I'm like, I'm gonna be there 5 minutes early. Like I'm gonna make sure to make up for it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
I
I'll be there for you, Define Angel. No
I
worries.
feel like such a kindred spirit with you with that because it's like, oh yeah, like I'll never be late for work, but this is work and I'm late for it all the time because it's like, well, the only person
Yes.
I feel like I'm disappointing is myself. Even though it's not, I'm disappointing all of my great people that believe in me. But it's much easier to just be like, well, like I don't know. I wonder if that boils
Yeah.
down to like self worth. Like no offense, like that's what because I struggle with that. I mean, I think I'm pretty honest about how I feel about myself, which is why I have the no negative self talk channel point
Oh, that's a
redemption
good one.
where it makes people like they're like stop talking negative about yourself and I'm like I'm being honest. They're like it's not honesty, it's brutality. You need to be kinder. And I'm like fair. My bad.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah. So, I wonder if that ties into it because that's definitely I feel like that could be a reason why because it's like, well, I don't want like if it was um like full transparency, if we were not doing the interview today, I probably would not be live yet for like my
Mm.
normal scheduled stuff because it's there's nobody like I didn't want to disappoint you. You know what I mean? Like we I don't want to take
Hmm.
your time, and I've been advertising and telling everybody that this is happening. But if it was just a normal scheduled, like yesterday, my mobile sponsored game, I was very late to streaming it, and I only streamed like maybe 2 hours of it. But that only hurts me. So I don't
Yeah.
know. So I think I understand what you mean. Where you're like, you just gotta. I'll sit in front of my computer and just be frozen. Like I have everything set up. All I have to do is hit that stop button, and like my friends will have to be like, I know you're ready. Just hit the button. And and you I would like to say it gets easier because I've been streaming a decade, but it doesn't. Not unless you put the work into it.
Yeah.
And I don't put the work into it. Nope, not me.
But on the flip side as well, that it's good to have that autonomy because there have been days when I'm ready to cam, I get everything set up, but I'm just not feeling it. Like my headspace is not good. I'm not feeling maybe not feeling good about my body or just not feeling good for some reason. And if I force myself to stream, I'm probably not going to be there more than like 15, 20 minutes before I'm like, fuck it, I'm just tired of it. Whereas
And you
like
panic and shut
a
it off.
normal
Oh, I've
job,
been there.
yeah. In a normal job, that's not like you can't just go into the office and like, I'm not feeling it today. I'm pissed off at everybody and then just leave. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of give and take, but it's a struggle definitely to like, come on, let's get some consistency. Let's meet my own expectations. I'm my own boss. Come on, let's do
Yeah,
it.
it's like how could we be fucking this up? Like we made the schedule. Like it's like
Yeah,
oh
but I think that you a good point that self-kindness is so important to like get past it. That not beating yourself up, not being like, "Oh, I'm such a stupid asshole." Like, no, like, dude, you just took 30 minutes for yourself. Like, now you can get on stream like you're fine. Go smoke a bowl. Like,
yeah,
chill.
and it's like and in doing that, it's also like little victories. Like on the times where it's like I have pushed through and I have streamed, you know?
Mhm.
And then it's like, "Oh, wow, like how could I have like not wanted to do this?" And then, cuz then you're a couple hours in and I'm having fun. I see people that I haven't
Mhm.
seen in forever. They come in and it's like I talked a little bit about it. I know you're new to my Discord, but it was probably like a couple months ago I had posted in my affirmations section where I just like wanted to thank everybody because there's been so many times where like, that little voice in your head goes, "Nobody's going to notice if you don't stream." Like it's fine.
Yeah.
There's so much content going on that nobody's going to notice. And then I go live like a week later and people were like, "Where the fuck were you?" Well, like they were
Even
like,
a
"We
day
thought you
later
were
sometimes.
dead."
Even missing a day sometimes, I'll get like a ton of messages in Bigo and they're like, "Hey, are you still doing it? Where did you go? Where have you been?" I'm like, "Dude, just one day. Give me a break."
Yeah. But it also makes me feel like it reminds me that like it matters to people cuz it's so
Yeah.
easy. It's so easy for me for my cuz like not only am I my own boss, but it's like my own enemy where it's like I can very easily be like, "Nah." I'm like nobody even freaking like it like nobody will notice. And then when people notice, I'm like, "I'm so sorry. I'll try my best." And so every time I want to like be lame and be like, nobody will notice. It's fine. And I go, nope, nope. Remember last time they were very upset. You don't want to disappoint your people. And I try to like push through it because it's very easy to like fall into especially when like being your own like boss, like you were saying, like, I mean, it's like nobody's gonna know. It's just between you and yourself. Like nobody, you know? So
Yeah.
that's why like the mental space is so important and mental health is so important and it's definitely a tough topic sometimes because it's like hard to put into words like what it even is. Like
Yeah, and with the like the sex work as specifically, it's a big thing because people are asking you to do things that you may not want to do. People are trying to convince you to do things for free. There are all anybody who does streaming. There are always the scammers. There are the freeloaders. There are like it's just it is mentally difficult. It's not an easy task. So yeah, you have to if you're burnt out, you're gonna get more burnt out. Like it's just you gotta be strong for it, for sure.
yeah, and especially with like sex work and stuff, it's just I assume it's just a lot of like giving and a lot of people taking like little bits of you. And so it's
Mm,
like if you don't have that like recycling energy where you are able to fill your cup back up, like I can see. I did read somewhere, I believe it was the documentary on Netflix of a porn star where they said that the
okay.
average, and granted this was for heterosexual porn stars, but it said the average lifespan of like a like I forget what it was, like real porn though. Not that yours is real, but like it was like an old documentary
No, it is.
from uh like they were like, oh, the lifespan of like, those like barely 18 women. Da 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 da.
Yeah,
Like their career lifespan is like 6 months. Like that's it.
that
And
is like way more intense. I don't compare myself to that at all because that is like what they do is like way more intense. This is literally me like jerking off in my in my bedroom.
and like
Yeah,
the
no,
yeah, it
for
was the
sure.
whole thing.
No offense taken at all. Yeah.
I was watching how they like get paid more, like based upon like how horrible they're treated. Really, like when it boiled down to it, like they
Yikes.
didn't say it like that, but they were like, yeah, if you let them, leave bruises, then you get $50 more. Isn't that nice? And I'm like, good
Yikes.
lord, lady, I'm so sorry. And how
Yeah.
that's what OnlyFans changed the game. It changed the game for everybody, and camming has changed the entire sex world because it made it
Hmm.
more safer for people. It made it less invasive for the actors and actresses. Like, and it also put the power and the money like into the actual like stars,
Hmm.
because back in the
Yeah.
day it was like all the producers would make the money. I would hire, like if I was
Yeah.
the producer, like I'd make $100,000 off of this one video, but then the actors were making like $100 flat, right? And that's crazy. That's not fair. In any other professional setting, if you were doing all of the work and you were the face of the company and you did all of the things, you would not be getting crumbs. And it's only because they consider this degrading. They consider this uncouth. They consider it like under in the darkness
It
type
was
shit.
contained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah. Do you have any grounding rituals before camming? Like, is there any specific music that like pumps you up? Any specific affirmations you want to share to the world?
Not really. I do listen to music. I'll like do like take a shower, get ready, kind of like pamper myself a little bit, even though I'm not fancy, like I'm super broke, but like I don't know, just like get in them like do your hair, get your outfit on, make sure everything is set up, smoke a bowl. I think I've mentioned that already. I do
Yep.
smoke weed.
That's good.
Uh
Same here.
that really helps like chill out. There you go. Um but other than that, no, it's really I have to be impulsive. If I try to do too much like ritual stuff, the ritual will take over and I'll never get to the thing.
You'll enjoy the the pampering and never get to the working. I feel you.
Right, it'll turn into a luxuriating moment or like a just like hang out
Vacation.
moment. Yeah, exactly, which isn't very productive. So,
No, it's like the
uh,
opposite. You end up bleeding money instead of making money.
yeah, the only thing I will say, this is probably way too much information, but I use a prostate massager on Cam
Okay.
because most of the platforms they have when somebody tips you, it'll activate it. So it kind of gives like instant engagement, and it's an easy way for people to like, without having to request something specific, give you money. Um, but it hits my bladder in a weird way, so it makes me have to pee a lot. So like
Well,
before I
maybe
go
if
on
they are
stream, I
into
have to
pee,
make sure
then
I'm
that
like
could
fully
help.
empty. Yeah, that's true. But some one of the platforms I've been on does allow you to pee on it. But the other ones I've been on, they don't allow water sports or anything like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, so
Yeah.
they like, that's one thing I don't really know is how like what is allowed and not allowed on certain things. I from an outsider's perspective, I just assume like anything goes, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely no children and no person or pictures in the background of anybody who has not been verified as over 18 and signed the agreement as a performer. Because obvious reasons, why you wouldn't want children on
Yeah, and
on
it's
that
like,
type of
yeah,
stream.
put your family photo away, right? Like no one
Exactly.
needs to see like it might ruin the vibe if grandma's portrait is behind you. Like
Yeah, so that's a big one.
Hi Travis.
Animals, some platforms will let you have your animal as long as you're not like nude.
Mm.
But most platforms they don't want you to like include any animals on frame, which again makes complete sense because some people are disgusting.
Yeah.
Um,
And they'll like
uh,
be like, "Oh, are you did you leave Mr. Fluffy there for a reason? Like how much?" You know, like I don't know. I could see how
yeah.
that going awful. So yeah, say protect the animals, people.
Yeah, drugs are another kind of universal, like, don't do anything that looks like drugs. So if you're gonna smoke weed, like, make sure it's, like, in a vape, that type of thing. Don't like it's just stuff like it's just like with the social media streaming, Twitch, Bigo, all those different types of things. Each platform has its own, like, level of, boundaries, I guess,
Yeah.
or requirements. Yeah. Bannable offenses. Yeah.
Yeah, like certain like there is a word that is not allowed on Twitch, but it's not a swear and it's not any it is an insult. I will say it is an insult, but it's not a
Okay.
swear and like so to get around it, some people I know, some creators on Twitch I know will say shrimp instead. And it sounds a lot like the word shrimp, but it's not.
Okay.
And that word is not allowed. Like, you can swear as long as you have the
Oh.
profanity filter. You can, you can have violence and gore, but you cannot say that word. Like, I can call my chat cucks and cuckolds, but I cannot call them that word.
That's crazy.
Isn't that
Okay.
crazy? It's
I
so
don't
sick world.
I don't understand Gen Z slang enough to even understand what that word means. So
Well,
this
yeah.
has a very general sense. Yeah.
It does sound like shrimp. Hello, unusual Martian, and welcome in, first time chatter. I love your name, an unusual Martian. You would think all Martians are
Mhm.
unusual. Because they're not. Yeah, but hi. Nice to meet you. I'm Define Age of Princess. This is Himio. You can find their spicy content in the link tree pinned to the top. Okay. We've digressed.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to call you a cuckold if you are watching. That was an example. Though you can do exclamation point cuck if you wanted to. It's a special thing in my chat. Anyways. Even then, you're more unusual. Ooh, ooh. Well, this is my interview with an interesting person, and hopefully you enjoy. Um, when you're feeling vulnerable, how do you protect your mental health?
I well, so one thing I've noticed, I don't know if this is like a thing, I don't know if it's my face or a thing with camming, but I get more viewers when I'm not showing my face.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I have a bad face, but I think so. Something I've thought about is that it might be too vulnerable, like too intimate to be able, like me making eye contact with the screen and they're like maybe feeling, I don't know. We place so much dirtiness around porn and like masturbation and stuff. So I could see anyways. So whenever I really need to like zone out or like dissociate a little bit or like just daydream or I'll just like hide my face completely so that people can't see. Um and then I can like make faces if I want or stare at my plants or do whatever and yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure it takes like some focus too to freaking have to just I don't know get your circadian rhythm going. I don't know. I'm not
Well,
I'm not a
yeah,
gentleman, so I
like
don't really know.
that's a good point. A lot of I don't know, it seems like with women with cam girls, they do a lot. Like they do the most. They're doing like jumping like I don't know, their shows are very active. And for men, it's a lot more of just sitting, like you're a visual thing. and sitting, like showing that kind of thing. It's more the seduction, but men are. It seems like we're expected to be a bit more just like stationary and strong and kind of there, um,
I see you,
appealing or
Piccolo.
whatever. And so it is a lot of like making sure that you're sitting in a way that's not only flattering, but you can hold for like 10 or 15 minutes, or in a lot of like thinking about how do I look, like everything that's visible right now, is it looking okay? And is it boring, or do I need to switch it up? And then switching it up into something else that works.
Yeah, something
Um,
that works
so
like
yeah,
for
that
you.
yeah, I can only do 2 hours at a time, honestly. And then after that, I actually feel sore and stuff because of like the kind of sitting, trying to keep good posture and trying to like, yeah, show off the goods in a good way.
Unusual Mashen says, depends on the girl. Some I've seen do nothing except sit on their phones, but if that works for them, great. But I don't think it does. Yeah, I think that part of things. Now listen, I've never been that person, so I can't say for sure. But I assume it's kind of like what I've seen on other platforms where they're not acknowledging you. They're not acknowledging being happy or anything until you pay up. Like it's as if like you could be talking in my chat and I just ignore you until you dump money on me. Then I'm gonna go, oh, hi Martian, how are you? Like so it could
Hmm.
just be like because some people like that. I don't know. Some people kinks are so broad that like some people like to be ignored. So it's like I could definitely see how like scrolling like this would deceivingly make money. I could see, but I could also see why someone would not throw money at someone for doing nothing.
And it
Especially,
could be
yeah,
their first, like, you said earlier that you take 30 minutes to like share on all your socials and stuff. In
yeah.
the cam girl space, or in the camming space, you kind of do that in the first part of your stream. So like you get on, it gives your regular viewers enough time to realize like, oh, they're on, let me get there. And then, but you're also promoting on Reddit, you're promoting on your Instagram, your X, all that kind of stuff. I don't
Yeah.
do all that. I'm lazy.
Yeah, I
But
I try to promote a lot of places. I like I said, I was hungry, so I made food. So like I so I took like half the amount of time I could have been advertising. I ate my food, you guys. So if you only saw my link like 7 Facebook groups instead of 700, well, that's why. Hi, Mrs. Reaper. Welcome in. Same thing with like the discords. Like I shared it to like a handful of discords, but I wasn't like hard pressed to do it on all of them. Mostly just because I was like hungry. Then when I was done, I was like, all right, now it's time to work. Like it's amazing what food could do for a person.
Yeah, for real. But the other, sorry, I just thought of the other thing with at least with more so with with women performers, is they're doing a lot of things at once as well. Like guy performers, there's OBS, so you can multi-stream, like be on multiple platforms at once. But there's also like, I think with women it's a lot more popular, or they get a lot more they can get work doing like texting, uh all kind, like there's so much phone sex is still a thing.
Is
Um
it?
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Oh man,
So
I
they're
do know
probably
that some
making
people
money.
they like my voice. A lot of people say that. I've heard. And I'm like, listen, if they like my voice so much, how come when I signed up to read books for audiobook, nobody chose my voice? So I feel like all of you guys
Oh,
are lying to me.
oh no.
Because if it was true, then I would be reading freaking, I don't know, a book right now.
You
Hi,
just got to
Hydra
do it.
Knives. Also, shout out to my freaking moderator, Hydra Knives. He's one of the best video game shooters in the world.
Hey.
If you want real shooting content and you want to see him murdering people, like he's literally one of the top in the country, and I'm so grateful to know him. And congrats on his he's getting married, you guys.
Oh wow, congratulations.
You wouldn't say the best, but you weren't talking. I was, respectfully. You think I could do a good audiobook? I could see you do audiobooks for little kids. Uh, yeah, well, that's where being an early education certified teacher might help. That's one of my certificates. I've done a lot of random things before I settled. Like I've always done Twitch on the background. Like I've since pretty much since I graduated high school, I needed an excuse to play video games. So then I was like, I'm a
Okay.
streamer now. Like, this is work. And then I was like just playing my games, and now it's like this. So, yeah.
That's so crazy. I got one of my masters is in teaching,
Oh,
but mine's secondary ed. I did foreign and second language teaching. Yeah,
we have so much in common. Oh my goodness.
I know it's crazy.
I was like, oh my god, he crochets, I crochet. I was a teacher early education, and then he gets them after me. So it's like we could have a whole half the village could be educated by us right now. Piccolo, what do you think of my new emo? You like it? That's brandy new, you guys. Same with the game over one and the awkward face one. I made an awkward emote. All right, before we digress too far. All right, I don't know how we got on this topic. We're not talking about teaching. We're talking about sex, God damn it! What the fuck, you guys? We gotta keep it on schedule. Want to learn some things for Apex COD or Arc Raiders? Let me know. Yeah, we should do like a collab or something. You're uneducatable? That's a lie, Travis. Sex is awesome. Piccolo, are you sure you know? I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I joke too much.
Oh,
I joke too much. Oh man. Anyways. Oh, he laughed. It's okay. He laughs. He laughs so we can laugh. It's okay. We get a pass. Now you guys know why I'm part of the Laugh Factory. Um all right. So were there any moments that you felt pressure to perform when you weren't okay to perform, whether it be this is mentally okay in my notes, but it'd be really interesting like if you had like a broken hand or something and you still had to like I don't know. That's just my toxic mindset.
yeah. Well, so I basically I don't know if we're gonna get to this or not, but I basically quit my job in July to and just started doing it. So I kind of put myself in a situation where I have to like had to do it. I'm out of it now. I'm actually applying for vanilla jobs again finally, but so yeah, there were many times when I didn't feel like doing it at all and just wanted to chill and like kind of like focus on myself and stuff, but had to get on. But it's not really besides like making myself sit there and be still kind of still and like focus, it's not really that difficult to do that. It it's hard when people are making a lot of requests that you don't want to do. And a lot of times the people who push for things that push your boundaries, they kind of get abusive afterwards when you don't do it.
Oh
So that can
yeah,
be like the
like I know
hardest
and I
thing.
know I keep switching it back to, like, Twitch stuff, but, like, that's why, like, what under my donate button, like, it says it's like, "I don't owe you anything. I don't owe you any favors, I don't or special treatment," because there have been times where people would, support me and then, like, then go around thinking, like, that they, like, owned me, and then they're like, "Oh, no, no,
Yeah.
no, she's my streamer," and I'm like, "What? What? What do you mean by that?" And also, Hydra Knives. I wish I never knew that about you, buddy. You were my moderator and a good friend of mine. And he goes, can confirm. Hold on, let me. Uh, he says, I have to scroll down. I don't know. He said something. I can't find it now, but he said something about how he could confirm it feels like a different person when you have a broken hand and and you're masturbating and I'm like sir I have to work with you in the future. Oh, you're fucking with me? Sure you were, yep, you're right, you're engaged.
I think the only like oh sorry.
No, you're good.
I think the only physical thing is like just like cosmetic stuff, like weird pimples or like my asshole being kind of like irritated from wearing the prostate massager too much. I don't know.
Sorry, like I was just everybody in the chat, all the men in the chat were like, "Can confirm it does feel like a different person when you use your other hand." And I'm like, you guys, stay on topic, stay on topic." Just watching the dumpster fire of the chat. Uh,
I tend to switch up hands. I don't have a like a consistent hand.
you have a
Kind of switch
consistent
it up.
hand, or you're ambidextrous,
And yeah, it's more like what's comfortable like in the moment.
or in the
Yeah.
position. What's
Yeah.
your favorite position? That's not my favorite, but I'll do it for you. Where's my solo Define Angel audio at? Listen, Piccolo. I don't know what you want me to tell you, but I told you I'm starting to be kind. Okay, I'm not gonna. I'm just kidding. um, yeah, that whole thing. I can understand why, especially how important it is to maintain not just health, but like just like I don't know what's attractive because like that's literally your money, you know.
Yeah, I started working like I've always been kind of like uh I had a bigger period in college, but I've always been kind of slim. But when I started doing this, I was like, oh shit, like I need to like tone it up a little bit. Like I don't need to sit down and have it show like that I'm just like skin right now. So I started working out a little bit. Yeah, making sure like having to pay attention like how my asshole might look just in case somebody sees it, which was a weird thing to think about. Um, Luckily I'm a pretty hairy guy, so and I'm totally natural. So I can kind of camouflage things. Like I don't have to worry too much about like skin as much. But yeah, it's like
I love
it's
that.
really weird to think about yourself in that way. Like I became the product and stuff. So
Yeah, and that's the whole thing is that you're the product. So it's like you got to make sure that you remind yourself that you're like still a person. And that's so and it's I honestly before this conversation, I didn't think there was like too much similarities of like vanilla streaming and adult streaming. I genuinely thought that they were like vastly different. Hi sissy bear. Um, and like, but a lot of like the mental health aspect of it is very similar, and I did not expect that because you want. I mean, it's mostly probably society beating into us the differences, but it's like a lot of the times,
mhm.
at least me as a female vanilla streamer, like I get misconstrued into the adult world all the time.
Mm.
Burnout. Does burnout exist?
Yeah, I think the biggest probably difference is that with adult streaming, the money connection is very explicit. Like that's what it is. Like it's literally like sex for money. Whereas with the like Bigo or Twitch, it's more implied. Like if you like me, please support, but I'm gonna be here doing my thing anyway, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be here playing my video games or hanging out with my friends or listening to music. So and like I appreciate you so much, please gift me. But whereas on the adult side, it's like that's the only reason I'm here. Like I'm
Well,
here
if
for you
that's
to
been
give me what you
everybody
have. Yeah.
on those vanilla apps, they're lying. Like if you like they're lying. Like they're like, "Oh, I don't care like about the," and like listen, I personally I never expect support. But like obviously if I didn't want the support, I wouldn't be live. Like I would just be playing video
Yeah.
games. So it's like there's a certain sense of honesty with that. And Hydra Knives is asking,
Mhm.
does burnout exist like dead ass? Are you saying like in terms of like all streaming or an adult streaming, Hydra? And also because like, yeah, of course I'd want like I wish I could freaking like be like, oh, and, you know, I am a trillionaire and I do this for fun. It's like no, like I'm not a trillionaire, and it'd
Yeah.
be awfully nice if I could keep my Wi-Fi on to continue to stream for you. And he
What
goes,
was
in adult
Hydra
streaming,
Knight's
does
question?
burnout exist? Does burnout
Yes,
exist in
for
adult?
sure.
And how does that look
Yeah.
to you? Like, what does burnout
It
feel to you?
just like dread, like of not wanting to do it. So basically, I did it July, August, September, and October. And it was my I'm currently on a break. I'm on a hiatus. But by the end of October, I was getting like I start to get real snippy with viewers. I get kind of petulant almost, like pouty, if that makes sense, which is annoying to watch, I'm sure. But like if people are kind of being rude or a little bit shady or they're not wanting to like gift, I'm like, whatever, fuck you guys. Like I'm done, like just
Yeah.
shutting off midstream. And then just not just feeling so much dread about doing it. That's like I just avoided it. I still haven't gone back. Yeah,
Yeah, and
to the adult
so
streaming.
that mirrors a lot of burnout for vanilla streamers because that's essentially that's like how
Yeah.
I feel. Like I've worked in customer service for like a decade, and like 9 times out of 10, I am so kind to people. And like 9 times out of 10, you could spit at me and I'm gonna be like, here's your receipt, have a good day. Like, I don't care.
Mm,
But like, you work 16 hours and it's like during the Christmas rush, and then you just get that one day where it's like, you know what? You know what, Nancy? No, I don't want to do your return. It's like you just like you spit out and you just become like
yeah.
prickly for a second. You're like, you know what? Fuck this job. I'm going on my 10-minute break and nobody better bother me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Does it
with
ruin sex for
streaming
you?
or
Like when you're doing a burned
I'm
out area? Like,
I honestly, I've been kind of like doing, I don't have sex often in my real life. I'm not like a hypersexual person. I do like jerk off a lot, I guess, but
that's
yeah,
just
so but it
practice.
made it even
I'm just
more. Do
kidding.
Well, it made it even more like on through the streaming, I have made friends and I will chat up with a hot guy like, "Hey, chat me up, like let's say hi." Because I'm like, yeah, I'm a guy. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But yeah, like on the other side, I was a lot more straightforward with people like, "Oh, if you're just trying to get like content from me and you're just trying to pretend to be my friend or pretend that you're interested
Isn't
in
that
me to get
so
content,
silly?
like that's not going to work." And so having to be a lot more direct about that with some people, that's
And
probably the biggest change.
freaking snaps for you. Kudos for you. Freaking no, for real. Like, do you know how many people come to me and they see how many followers I have on Twitch and they go like, "Let's pretend to be her friend for 6 months." And then I'm like, and I love to
So
help my
annoying.
friends, and I help them and I build up their thing, and then they were like, "Oh, okay, fuck this bitch. Nobody follow her. Like, you should all come to me. I'm the only honest person on Twitch. This and that." And I'm like, "You're using all the
Yikes.
emotes I made you, and you you said that like all this other shit." It's just like when they think that they can. I don't know. Like, it's happened. Like, I can like literally, and I never name drop. Like, I don't care. You'll never see me dogging another streamer. But like, he goes, "I am on month 5." That's funny. Under the big top. That's funny. That's it. Takeaway is VIP. Um No, like there's been like at least 3 different creators that are still active on this platform that have like publicly dogged me to try to overcome my numbers after I like did everything I could to help them. Like I set up their bots. I still have their passwords to their bots. Like if I was a bad shady person like they
Oh
claim,
shit.
their bots would be saying what happened instead of it. Like they have a bot that like it says like affirmations like every 15 minutes or so. And it's like I could change the affirmations to be insults if I wanted to, but I haven't because I'm not a bad
Yikes.
fucking person. And I'm not going to give them their 5 seconds of fame by saying, this person hurt my feelings. You just will notice that I don't promote them anymore. And if you can figure out who it is, it is who it is. But I don't do none of that shit. They'll do it for clout. They'll try to take. That's what I hate when people weaponize being friends or like showing kindness to someone for something else. So it's like when you explain that you have like good boundaries, like shit, I hope I learned that today. Like
I'm all about my autonomy. It's the reason why I left kind of what I was doing before because I got tired of like the micromanaging and the kind of corporate feel of things and all that kind of stuff. And yes, I'm all about my autonomy and my boundaries. Definitely.
yeah, that's awesome. So do you think it like ruined like do you recreationally masturbate now or like is it just
Yeah.
for work?
Yeah, no, I probably should like film it more, if that makes sense. That's another weird thing to say. But I enjoy them. I feel like that's masturbation is a time when you can do exactly what you like for yourself. Like sex is a compromise. And you're lucky if you find a good partner who like vibes with you perfectly. But like that masturbation, like that's you and yourself to, yeah, it's your moment. Like, yeah, I actually love it.
So self-love is important. Hold up, you don't need to know
Yeah.
that about me, but then ask again. Like, well, you know what? Now we're gonna put a poll up, and I want to know everybody's masturbation the ratio, okay? The Hydra made it known that I so let me I will too. Hold on. I'm gonna make a poll. I'm gonna be like, do you masturbate and how often? Yep. Left hand, right hand. Is that what we're gonna do? Left hand, right hand? We can do that. Oh my god.
It's only like once a day for me at most, but it's a good edge. Like I'll take a good hour. That's probably not very long for the young kids, the young bucks, but
All right, we're gonna do some quick polls. It's just literally gonna be like 1 minute polls because the first one's do you masturbate? It's gonna be yay or nay or yeah or nah. I'm gonna put yeah, nah. And I used to be like, oh, all men masturbate, da da da. But I actually did meet a gentleman who did not masturbate and under the slightest. In fact, the word cum disgusted him. And you could not say
yikes.
that word. He was like, no, no. You say finish. Like, don't say that is an and you are a lady, Angel. I want to never hear that word out of your mouth again. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't even mean it like that.
Yeah. People like yeah, people are different. I don't know what to say about it.
But for the long time, like I didn't even believe him. I was like, every man masturbates, and then I had to like learn more about him and learn like who he really was. Where I was like, you know what, I kind of believe him. I don't think he does because he was always just so like he was like no. In fact, I told him to watch. I don't know if you've seen the movie A Million Ways to Die in the West, but
I have.
one of my favorite movies of all time is that movie. But it was the scene where Sarah Silverman had the like cum on her face and her boyfriend
Oh no.
wipes it off. Dude, he was disgusted and he had to freaking like shut off the movie. He never finished the movie because he was like that like
Oh no.
disgusted about it. I'm like, dude, you were the most like God bless you. Like look at you. Like cuz clearly like I'm a little bit more ruined. People call me Angel and I thought that was hilarious. I didn't think it was disgusting. Like
Well, sex can be so triggering for some people. Like when the first time I can't I webcammed or whatever, I was still working and I told my colleagues about it the next day and like told my supervisor about it and I got in trouble. Like I got reprimanded for being
what?
unprofessional talking about it. And I'm like, this is a literal like there are people who do it full time. Like this is their job. And it's literally just a service. Like it's a
And it's
profession.
still
What's
technically
unprofessional about
legal,
it?
right? It's
Yeah, and
legal.
like, I
So
wasn't talking about, like, my dick, I wasn't talking about any details, I just was saying that I did it, and that was kind of one of the final straws that got me out of that job, I was like, "Oh, no."
how much
But
can
yeah,
I
it's
ask how much you were making at your university job? Hi, Color with Chris. Oh, hold on, you
I
gotta
was
wait a
making about
second.
70K.
My my overlay I guess is all fucked up. Hold on. It's like blocked us out with the thank you for following. I don't know why it's like that big. I'm pretty sure I just like set it up wrong. Pretty sure it's just me. Well, it's like a long time. Okay, it's back. It's off. I think it's off.
Okay.
All right. It was like a big cat with a duck on its head going, "Thank you for following," like covering our
Oh, okay.
faces. All
Yeah, I
right.
was making, about 70K a year.
And but you weren't were you happy doing that work? Or would you are you happier in
No.
the cam world?
I haven't really found my happy yet, if that makes sense. I was kind of always pushed to do the academic thing growing up.
Mhm.
Anytime I want to do like anything artsy or anything like that, I was kind of moved away from it. I, I did do like performing stuff like theater, dance, choir, all that kind of stuff, and wanted to do Broadway. That was like my dream in high school. But yeah, I just went the academic side. But I need some like I need some sort of steady income to focus on like the performing stuff, like the cam side, the content side. So I'm still looking for what that happy might mean.
Yeah. And I think it's important that people realize that like your happy doesn't have to come from your job. I mean, that's always ideal and that's always what you want to aim for, but you can definitely find happiness like a number of different places.
Yeah. Yeah, I just need to not have like micromanagement. Like I need to basically find a way to be my own boss, which camming is one of those ways, as long as I can get a little bit of like little bit of a crutch in there to give me some support to really get good at it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people need good managers. We're
Oh,
just
I would love
people
a
work
manager.
better. People work better together. Like we're meant to be in like a herd. There's not many. A lot of
Yeah,
people are like, "I'm a lone wolf," but are you a lone wolf or are you just like a hurt wolf? Like, because even
I just
wolves
need it for the
are supposed to be
structure.
fucking together. Yeah, the
Like a
structure.
talent manager or a talent agent would be so like everything, but you have to have money for that.
Yeah, I can't even get an editor or nothing because you need money for that. So I get it. I totally get it. You're a hermit. I don't think so, Travis. I love seeing your hikes, and takes the most pretty
Mm.
pictures of the mountains that you like. I always see beautiful pictures from Travis. So I think you're just some negative self talk right now, and you should reword that.
I don't even see that as negative. I literally don't like go anywhere except to get groceries and to like go to the store. And then I have a fuck buddy in town. So like when I go hang out with
Ooh,
him and stuff, but that's basically all that I do. So Travis, you're good. Like I think you're good.
you have a fuck buddy? Wow, nice,
Everyone has
nice.
to have an outlet.
Do
Yeah,
they? Do they? I don't know.
I think so.
It's been 5 years since they looked at me.
Whether you're your own outlet, I crave physical touch. I'm very like
Like cuddles and
self-isolating
stuff.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's an older gentleman. He's very kind. We don't even have like full out sex. It's literally just like making out and like fooling around a little bit and hanging out.
That's
Just get some
awesome.
people time. Yeah.
Does how does so does he support your career too or does he not know about it?
No, he knows, but no, I'm very bad at promoting myself or like getting people to give me money. So I'm really like I've never asked him for anything. He knows what I do. Yeah,
But
I
he's
send him pictures
never
like whenever I do like a photo shoot or something, I will send him pictures and like, hey, this is what I was working on today and stuff
that's
like
cute.
teasing and stuff. But yeah.
But I meant support like is he like cool with it or does he would I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter
Oh
cuz you
yeah.
guys are fuck buddies, right? So even if he like was uncomfortable with it, I don't think he would tell you.
Yeah, no, and he like yeah, he's totally fine with it. I think in gay world, I think sex work is a bit different than in like the society at large. It's a
Yeah.
lot less of like a taboo subject. Yeah, like especially if it's camming. Like I'm not touching anybody, nobody's touching me. It's literally just like showing, yeah, just sending nudes basically or videos.
I can definitely see it being treated differently, especially since I just do nor or like vanilla streaming, right? And I've had
Hmm.
people straight up tell me, I think too many people have access to you, so like I'm out. Like, and I'm
What
like,
does that even for dating? Yeah.
yeah, for dating, like in dating terms, like they're like they've too many people have access to you, so I don't want to date you. And I'm like, but this is my
The only
job, and
like
I love to do this. I love to stream. I love to like make people laugh and have a good time. And it's just frustrating to me that that could be used as a negative.
Yeah, I did lose some friends over it. Like not lose them, and I don't know if that's it for sure, but they just kind of like disappeared. If that makes they just kind of ghosted once I said that I was going to be doing it. At first, it was kind of like an incredulous, is that the word?
Yeah,
Response where they're like, "Oh, okay, that sounds fun. Like do your little like
they're like,
crazy
oh
thing of the moment."
my,
And then like after it kept going on for a couple of weeks. They just kind of like faded away when they realized like I wasn't gonna like wake up or like,
Yeah, they were like,
yeah,
"Oh, he'll try it, but he'll go back to the university." And you were like, "I love
yeah.
this. This is great."
Yeah. Well, I don't mind being poor, honestly. I grew up like hella poor, and luckily because I have had a pretty good career, like rocky one, but pretty good career up until this point. Like I have access to like credit and stuff. So I'm super broke, like not great at paying my bills right now, but it hasn't been difficult, if that makes sense. Like I have a little bit of cushion, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I can survive on being poor too. It boils down to like I've like a mental list of like what is like a necessity and what is like a want, right? And it's like cuz
Mm,
I don't know how many people know my history. I don't think I've talked about it a lot on stream. There was a time period where I wasn't allowed to stream because the man in my life was like no, and then it just got more and
oh
more
no.
strict, and it got more and more into to the point where it's like you don't need a phone. You shouldn't be anywhere. You should be there at my house or your
Yikes.
mother's house. Give me your fucking phone, right? And so I had to when I left that situation I had to choose. Do I pay my phone bill or do I get diapers? And it's like you're always going to choose diapers. You're always going to choose your kid. So it's like I learned how to navigate the world without having a phone bill. And I'm so grateful that
Mm,
it wasn't like I've been sober of that man like 5 years and only within the last like 7 to 8 months that I turned my phone back on. Like that was such a big like milestone for
wow.
me that like oh man, I don't wanna get emotional. But it's like yeah, I'm paying $25 a month and paying my I have a phone number now, you guys. I'm making it. Like so it's
Congrats.
like I don't know. So I totally
That's
get it. It's like
awesome.
you can live off of very little easy. And it's like I'm very grateful for everything for $50, I'll dress up as the Grinch and cut that bitch's brake line. Oh man, there. I don't know. I don't even. I wouldn't even know what they drive now. I don't remember their phone number. Like I've done so much healing from it that it's like I'm proud of myself. Like I couldn't go back even
Yeah,
if I
for
wanted
sure.
to. So, but yeah, when you say about like living below your means and stuff, like that's very not many people can do that. But it is what like it is what it is.
Yeah, because the bill collectors and everything, they're relentless. Like, and if you can't handle, that's another form of pressure. Like, just like the being on cam and the demands and of viewers and stuff like that. Even though it's fun, the same with like, yeah, you have to be able to handle kind of that stress.
Under the Big Talk Gaming has redeemed hydrate, so we have to drink some water.
Okay.
And he also redeemed stretch. Thank you, Under the Big Top. If y'all don't know Under the Big Top, you should. He's a variety streamer from the unfortunate country of Canada. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I always roast him for being from Canada. And it's extra funny because I have other Canadian friends that are like, I don't make fun of for being Canadian, but I only make fun of him for being Canadian. But yeah, you guys should definitely follow him if you like true honesty, integrity, and guinea pigs. Then you need to follow Under the Big Top.
Okay.
If you'd rather a bitch suffer financially instead of the brake lines, I'll put sugar in the gas tank. Well, okay. Well, I will say that allegedly in Minecraft, he did have a very large bill that he had to pay for because all of the bills were in his name, and when he went to jail for putting his hands on me, like I
Yikes.
allegedly somebody put the heat up to 90 for the 3 months that he wasn't allowed to be there, and the lights were on the entire time, and like he dude he was
I
so
mean,
mad. One of the only times we communicated after I had left, he was like, "You know, my mother asked me for money, my ex asked me for money, my grandmother asked me for money. You've never asked me for a goddamn dime, but you spent the most of my fucking money leaving that shit on." And I was like, I don't know what you want from me, guy. Like, I
Mm.
don't know. It's kind of on you. Maybe I feel like that was your choice. But yeah, he had like 3 months of bills, and it was like very expensive, like over 25K.
Oh, wow.
Because I had
So that's some
everything to
good
everything that could have been left on.
so that's some good quality vengeance. That's respect.
Also, pro move, if they have a gas stove, right? If you take the knobs off of the gas stove, it makes it a safety hazard. So he can't get gas. Like they'll shut it off until you find that exact make and model for those knobs. So, so pro tip, the little knobs. Same thing inside the vehicle. If you're looking at an engine, take anything that you can unscrew. Those little like knobs, lips, freaking like caps. All of those are quite expensive to replace. It turns out, just little tiny caps. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, Travis says he tried to start an OnlyFans but didn't get past the verification part. I don't know what sort of verification you need for that app. So I don't know.
It's probably almost all of them that I've been through. They require your ID and to take some sort of like live selfie or something like some kind of live image capture.
Mm. Pop the hood and take one spark plug. Just one. Yeah, I don't know shit about vehicles, so you could have handed me like the hubcap, but I'd be like, "Is this the spark plug?" Like all the valve stems out and put them on the hood with a 12-volt compressor. They'll be there for hours. None of that makes sense to my unskilled brain.
Yeah, I know nothing about cars.
I know nothing. I don't know. You're using some big words, Hydra. I'll have to like FaceTime you and be like, "Is this it? Is this the stem I take? This one?" Keeps the air in the tiles. Oh shit. All right. And leaving the compressor is like freaking devilish because that's not a strong compressor, but it makes you think you need to use that compressor instead of getting a stronger compressor because it's already there. It's like mental warfare right there. That's crazy. Anyways, we're digressing. We're not talking about revenge. No, no, we are healthy. We are healthy. We are thriving. um So on to the section about trauma informed. It's funny enough that we're talking about that. For such a digression, it leads right into this. Uh
Perfect segue.
yeah, perfect segue. Um has camming ever brought up uncomfortable feelings or past experiences that you didn't expect? You
Well,
left.
the demand aspect, because you I don't know, like getting into it, you automatically like becoming a cam model. I knew like I'm doing this to fulfill other people's fantasies. So people are going to ask me to do things, or they're going to try to haggle, or they're going to try and get what they want from me as a service or a product. But the demand of people like telling you like do this or can you do this or your prices are too high. I don't know. It was very triggering at first. Like I want to be like, hey, calm the fuck down. Like what are you doing? But I had to remind myself like these are customers basically, like you can't be that way. Like you're here to provide a service for them and you're not going to do very well if you're just like if you can't accept that they're going to ask you for things. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a
that's like
weird
on
one.
my Twitch. I had to set up the like how many minutes of ads per hour, you know? And that's a whole debate on Twitch whether it is some people put it way up and so in their mind they're like, "Oh, if I put at the maximum amount, people will pay the $5 to not have ads." And then on
Mhm.
the other side, there's people who put it way on the other end where it's like, "I put 30 seconds of it that way if you like my content, you're there and you don't get hindered by ads." And that helps the average. I tried to like I'm somewhat in the middle. I'm a little bit over what is considered low because I think I'm at 8.5 minutes of ads per hour, which is on par for traditional cable. And I'm like, listen, if you
Oh,
could
okay.
sit through like 3 HBO ads for HBO, then like you could stay for me. Like I'm not gonna value myself less than cable. So that's just how I thought of it. But a lot of people have
And
like,
that's
I don't know.
That's very similar to webcamming as well. Like you get to set your private show prices like per minute. Like if you're gonna private stream with somebody, you get to set your whole like tip menu. Basically, you set your prices for everything that you do. But it's a similar kind of thing. Like, do you set your things high and try and go after like the ballers or whatever, or do you set them low and make them more accessible so that you have more coming in maybe, but less quality of customer, I guess, if that makes
Mm.
sense.
Yeah, like Hydra. Hydra has 30 seconds of ads over here per hour versus I run 8.5 minutes.
Oh.
And Hydra's a way better freaking shooter than me. Like I'm not like a skilled gamer. Like he's an agile. Like the last tournament that I even participated in was the Soul Calibur 6 tournament, which is fighting. It's not even shooting. Dick pics minimum $75. Yeah. Uh, you know what? Just for you, Hydra, I'm gonna show you my cock. This is,
Oh,
she needs a
very
trim.
hot.
She needs a trim. She's a little furry, but this is my cock.
Very cute.
That's a nice cock. Yep, and I have a throbbing cock emote, you guys. Don't forget. Don't you forget it. The throbbing cock emote is a picture of the meanest rooster on my farm and with a pulsating hat behind it. So it's a
Ah, okay.
throbbing cock.
It's hilarious.
um what boundaries have been the most important for protecting your emotional safety?
I think the big one is just once you set your prices, stand behind them. Like if anybody ever decides they do want to do webcam modeling, a big part of it is doing your research beforehand so that you can set up a lot of this stuff. Like thinking like how much am I going to charge to show my dick? How many are you going to show your asshole? Like I'm speaking from the male's perspective. There
Yeah.
are other things for women as well, but yeah, and then like the private show rates, the cam to cam, if you're making sure that you're clear on your boundaries helps so much. So that's really like making sure that you have your control on lock. How much control you want to have, make sure it's there and set
What were there any
beforehand.
boundaries that you learned like the difficult way, or was it all
Well, like
beforehand?
one guy came in, he wanted me to shave my bush on stream, and stuff, and I was like, that's kind of a big change. Like I'm a hairy guy, that's gonna look weird for me to suddenly have a patch without hair. So that's like I can't say yes to that in the moment, but let me think about it, come back tomorrow and maybe we can do it. Like, because the other thing is like you don't want to show like a dirty bathroom. You know what I mean? Like it's just there takes some preparation for something like that. And they kept pushing me and they tried to make me feel bad about myself and started doing that abusive thing. Like, oh, well, you're not even like somebody else would do it. Like, you're just wasting my time now. You could have had this money already. I'm like, dude, you're not even giving me anything right now. Like, that kind of thing. That one was like, that was my first like, oh, like, this is really impacting me, even though we have this separation between us. Like they do have some power here. So yeah, I think that was kind of the biggest one. But I think I just told him to like go fuck himself and he left the room. Or I kicked him out. I don't remember. I love moderator tools.
Speaking of moderator tools, I just had to time out somebody in my Discord because he got hacked and we deleted all the hacks, but then he started freaking doing it again on accident. And
Yikes.
so I just timed him out for a week. I'm like, you know what? Next time you have a week to figure out why the fuck you're hacked. You got a week all to yourself, buddy. It's happening again. Everybody's tagging me and they're like RIP notifications. Let me just delete it. Nobody click that link if you're in my Discord. Don't click those links. I don't want to hear it.
I think like the vanilla streaming is a bit more triggering and stuff and like just because I think it's less again, less explicit. Your boundaries are less explicit. Like on Bigo, for example, it pisses me off to no end, the scammers, the "How are you, dear? Are you single? Where are you from?" Like those things like over and over and over again.
I figure on Bigo, were it's just a language barrier. That's what I figured. That's why I figured it was like, "Where are you from? How are you, lady?" Like, I just assume you don't know how to speak English then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, a lot of them it's like the romance scams and stuff, like they're looking for their mark. It also causes this weird like existential like crisis feeling of like there's no one real type of yes. Um yeah, I don't know.
I'm sorry. Everybody's like, "I'm gonna have to mute this Discord." I'm like, "I'm sorry. I should have given them a freaking thing earlier. I thought it would. I don't know. I was just trying to be nice because I know who they are, and I know that they didn't mean to get hacked, and they're a new streamer. So this is what I mean. I need better boundaries, you guys. I'm not even kicking a person who is spamming them or freaking.
Yeah, the mod tools are so good. With adult streaming, one thing you have to deal with is other performers coming to try to poach your audience. Um, that was another one I didn't really expect. I started getting on the bigger platform, I started getting female streamers in my room while they were on cam. And yeah, like it's just a common thing some people do. It's very rude if you ever do stream, probably in vanilla streaming as well, but I don't think it's as common. If you do adult streaming, don't poach. Like it's very fucked up. Like
I've
don't
been
try and steal
accused
other
of
people's
poaching.
customers.
And what was unfortunate about the accusation is on Twitch, you can raid out to people. So I can bring my viewers to you. And someone
Oh, cool.
raided to me. They brought their viewers to me. And now somebody who is a pillar of my community, somebody who I think is awesome, and I say hello to him every single time they're there. And I've never once even let them know that has been an issue. But the streamer that brought them to me turned around and was like, "You poached them from me." And I'm like, "Lady,
Yikes.
if you did not raid me, they wouldn't know who the fuck I am. So that's not my fault." But yeah, there's definitely happens where people jump in the chat. Pet peeves, pet peeves of Twitch streamers. Don't be a douchebag. Don't jump in my chat and ask for a shout out. You'll never fucking get one. Like if you ask for it, you won't get one. I try to do shout outs. I try to say, "Hey, support this person." It's happened a bunch of times this interview where I'm like, "Hey, you got to support them." Da, da, da.
Mm.
You know, if I believe in your content, I believe in your content. But it's just like it's rude to come in and try to promote yourself or go, "Hey, I'm about to be live in 10 minutes." Don't come here and say that. It's just that's rude. So I completely understand where are like coming from.
Or I'm getting fucked so hard right now, or I'm squirting all over the place in my chat.
Dude, that's good. Witness me lose it. Who came at me sideways? Dude, I love no. Listen, I want peace for Hydra Knives, but I love when he loses it. Like he's great. Um, but yeah, poaching. I got Bigo too. So for those of you who don't know, I'm on a new community. I'm in a new platform. It's called Bigo Live, and it is Crash Out Season 24/7 over near you. Um, that's where I met Himio here was on Bigo Live. And a lot of people, the person who showed me Bigo was like, "Oh, you want to make a second account because you don't want to be in there supporting people under your main account because they're going to accuse you of poaching." And I didn't really get that. I didn't understand. I was like, "What do you mean?" And I didn't make a second account. It's just me on there under my real name, and I will support who I support. If you think I'm poaching or you think I'm doing whatever, then feel free not to support me and I won't support you. Like, I'm not going to sit there and hide who I am to give you support.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's wild. I just started like some of the platforms have settings where you can automatically, well, you can block people who are streaming from chatting in your room. So that helped a bit. Um,
Yeah,
but
someone
there's not a lot you can do about it besides kicking them when they do it.
my buddy on his name's Siva Wild on Bigo, and then on Twitch it's Dead Song. But he actually banned certain phrases in his chat, so if you ask where
Mm.
he's from, then you're kicked like automatically.
Oh, oh, I should look into that.
Yeah, so like for typing anyways, it doesn't help with the voice when they're up in a panel
Yeah.
with you. But yeah, in terms of chat, yeah, they have like bannable phrases.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Of course. Um so how do you handle customers who push limits or ignore boundaries?
Just the moderation tools, just kick them out. If I don't cuss them out first, like call them an asshole, tell them to go fuck themselves.
But
Uh,
do you have like a
just
warning
then
system, like a like 1, 2, 3, or is it just you've crossed this boundary? I don't need you.
it depends on how annoying they've been. Basically, it depends on how far my tolerance limit has been reached. If they've been nice up to that point and they just seem to have like gone off track for a second, then it's gonna be like, hey dude, why are you being an asshole now? But if they've like come in hot and heavy with the aggression, then it's like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, go on.
Oh, dude, nothing grinds my gears more than an angry man. No offense to anybody. Like that bothers me so, especially with a little bit of history I explained today. Friggin', like it's just like I don't need that bullshit. Like, go take your tantrum somewhere else. No, thank you. No, thank you.
And I'll say with adult viewers, like with viewers of the adult streaming, it's the men who are like can be super creepy or like off color, like for no reason, it seems like. Uh One of my biggest supporters when I was doing the bigger chat platform was a woman, which really surprised me. But she loved to hit my toy.
One of my biggest
Um,
supporters, um, she bought 10. So I make jams and jellies on my farm, and we sell them at the market and stuff. And
cool.
she lives in New York, and she is a gynecologist. And she bought 10 jars of jam, sent me $100 for Christmas one year, like has
Wow.
had like faithfully subscribed. So like every time someone is like, man, you ain't nothing but a cam girl, you just want all these men just want to like fuck on you, and it's like, nah, I got a doctor lady that's really nice to me sometimes. Okay, and she's never asked me for nothing.
Yeah, like it's the main audience is men for adult camming, but yeah, there are definitely women viewers out there for sure. Women are horny. Women do get horny. I didn't know if you knew Defiant Angel, but women do get horny.
Wow. Huh. I mean, I can't agree or disagree. Otherwise my fans might go crazy. Yeah. What does aftercare look like for you after an intense or triggering show?
It's basically just cleanup. If something is triggering, it's just going to be a turn off and do something else. But it's like taking the toy out. It's if I came like cleaning up a bit, probably taking a shower. Um, that kind of thing, and then just figuring out what the next part of the day is going to be. Probably smoke another bowl to chill out.
Is there wait, so
Yeah.
well you said if I came. So is there times that you've performed and not finished?
Yeah, it's all about the money. So like if I'm not hitting my goals, if the money isn't coming in and I'm tired, like I don't want to do it anymore, then that's it. Like yeah. So like most of the time it wasn't until last month that I didn't even really get naked on stream unless I got enough money and stuff. So yeah,
I love your
that's the
boundaries. I love your boundaries. Everybody here could learn a little about Himio's boundaries because that's so
that's just
cool.
again, since it's so explicit that it's a monetary transaction what you're doing, I think that it must be, and you have to be explicit about it. Because just like in relationships or sexual interactions with people in real life, you have to negotiate like what's okay and what isn't. And um, the boundary aspect. So one thing I've learned in this journey is that webcamming is actually considered a safe profession for autistic people because of the amount of autonomy that you have in controlling what you show, how you show it, who you show it to, and how much you charge for it. And Yeah, so it's just it kind of the nature of it requires that, or you're not gonna be safe at all if you don't have strong boundaries.
Mm. And I could see how it would be considered like a safe career for them because it's like you and a camera and in your place that you can design what is your comfort area. You like yeah, I could understand the appeal for sure cuz everybody would want that. Regardless of what you do for work, you would love if you could design your office, if you could design your work hours, if you can freaking deem
Yeah.
what when the day's over. If you could just be like, ah, you know what? Let's go take a nap. We're closed. Like like I think that's a
Yeah.
goal for a lot of different people, not just anybody on the spectrum.
Well, my biggest thing with like normal vanilla jobs is the people. Like autism also is part of autism is social difficulties, and I tend to pick up a bully or two, and but they do it in such a way that other people don't really believe that it's going on, and it like drives me to burnout and like mental health issues and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, that's the biggest part for me is the not having to answer to somebody, not having to regulate myself in a way to make somebody else happy. Yeah, I love that control. It feels
Drag
good.
up season's looking pretty good. What does that mean, Hydra? What do you mean by that? And yeah, I would say that even there's still an aspect of like energy exchange for any sort of streaming because
Yeah.
it means I'm gonna walk off the job site, no fucks given. Okay, okay. Snaps in the chat for Hydra. Snaps in the chat. Um, because like I've especially since that person my friend had died, like I've been struggling really hard because everybody knows me as Sunshine and everybody knows me as Angel, and I've been doing this a long time, and I feel like I've helped a lot of people, but I felt like my sunlight didn't pierce him enough that day, and it's like
Hmm.
heavy is the crown that is Sunshine, because now it's like, how can I be uplifting? How can I be positive? How can I be the smiley divine angel that everybody knows and loves when it hurts still, and it's hard. And then it's just it's very easy to spiral because it's like on one hand it's like, yeah, I would want to like take a sabbatical and grieve. But at the other time, it's like, well, you guys still need me and I still need you. So it's like that's
Hmm.
why it's like I've been trying so hard to like stick to my schedule and still do this, and I'm not trying to make it like weird, but it definitely feels like a lot more responsibility now that like someone, especially I don't know if anybody had seen in my Discord, but like they had chosen to leave this earth. Like it was unexpected, but it was his choice. And that's what's hard to hit cuz it's like people call me sunshine. It's like why wasn't I bright enough? And then I worry now I have anxiety and I worry about all 2500 of my people every day where I'm like, "Oh god, like please reach out to me. I can't take any more heartbreak. Don't do it. Don't do it."
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
So yeah, it's very because there's so many different times. Like I mean, we've had deaths in the community before, where a longtime follower of mine, he had terminal cancer, and he had come in
Wow.
and he was like, you know, like not for nothing, like I always laugh when I'm here with you. And it really like and I'll remember that forever. That like no matter what, like that's why it's like I don't take a lot of things seriously on here. And I'm here to like joke and laugh and like while also being transparent. Like it's just so difficult sometimes. So you just gotta remember them, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I still have pictures of your puppy on my computer, Hydra. But yeah, so for the most part, people still try to gift to his gamer tag and stuff, and it's just about keeping that will going because it's like I gotta still be that candle to reach as many as we can and to uplift as many as we can, and so that's why I'm like we can do it. It's okay. But yeah, it's definitely hard. So I can only imagine with like how uh, clingy I guess it could be for a spicy worker and how when you go into the dynamics like I could just imagine the dynamics being so toxic like the
Yeah, a
one-to-one
lot of the
private
men,
streams.
I don't think they realize that it's like that you're not there to make a relationship with them. And so it can be hard, like they want you, some of them do want that emotional labor. Like they want you to take on their emotions and they want you to like share this intimacy with them. And you do it like, thank you so much. You're so nice. You're like maybe one of the only people who's tipped me all week. But I'm sorry, but yeah, like
Oh my
you're
god, the fucking boundaries of you. Like I could never say no like that. I couldn't do it. Like people give me like a
oh,
dollar
don't do the
on
spicy
bits
work. Don't
and
do the spicy work.
they give me like a dollar on Twitch and I'm like, "Oh my god, I love you." And they're like, "You want to change games to a game you absolutely hate?" I'm like, "For you?" Okay. Like
No.
oh my god.
This is my stream
Thank you for the
when I'm
lurk,
on my stream.
legendary.
Yeah.
And yes, I always want pictures of your puppies, Hydra. You can post it in the pet section of my Discord or my DMs. I don't care. And I hope you and your wife are doing well, by the way. But yeah, so I
But yeah,
always
like
feel
there is a
like
lot of negotiating what's appropriate for the relationship. Like you are a customer and I'm providing a service. Like not we're not boyfriends, we're not husbands, we're not boyfriend and girlfriend, whatever you're
mm,
thinking. Yeah, this is a service.
yeah, it's hard. It's so hard because that's another thing is like I've referred to and I mean I should have learned boundaries before. I'm 29 years old. Like I should know boundaries, right? But like one of the first things that like my friends had told me when I started streaming, it was like I hit like 200 followers and it was getting difficult for me to play my video games online without um someone joining and trying to like play and everything. I'm like I just want to play with my friends.
Mm.
But they what they worded it to me, they were like, "Well, you tell everybody that they're your friend. You have to have the boundary. Like these are your
Mm.
fans, these are your followers, but these are not your friends." And I'm like, "That's mean. I can't. I'll be their friend. I don't care. Of course, I'll be their friend." And now we're at 2,500, and there's some people that like it's like I really appreciate, but they're not my friends, and I have to, like, remember that I don't owe them any sort of emotional labor like you were saying. And hi, Bearded Reaper! Thank you for the raid! How are you? Speaking of friends and true friends, I love Bearded Reaper and his
Cool.
wife, Mrs. Reaper. I really appreciate the raid. We were discussing Himio earlier,
Hello.
raids, right? So Bearded Reaper did their own stream, and then they brought 4 of their viewers straight to us.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like
Cool.
it'd be a little hypocritical if he turned around and was like, "Oh, those people followed you. How fucking dare you?" Like I'll never I'm all for spilling tea then not labeling whose tea it is. Like I will never freaking label cuz I've been around a long time on Twitch and it's like I know a lot of people. And it's like you'll never know who it is. I don't know. Oh, you're playing Diablo 4. Let's go. I hope it's doing well. I hope you had a fun stream. This is Himio. Their link tree is pinned in the chat, and we're having an honest, transparent discussion about adult content, specifically camming, specifically gay camming, right? Yeah.
Mostly. My cam persona is bisexual mostly,
Oh,
so.
okay. Oh, that makes sense because you're also with the female supporter. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. And for some reason, I'm in real life, I'm more like a bottom when it comes to that stuff, but I tend to like I don't know, maybe it's the hair or the body, whatever. I tend to read as top, I guess. I get a lot of like submissive people like hitting me up
Well, and
or
you have
supporting.
good boundaries. Like I would expect you to be able to like put somebody in their place. Like you
I seem like I can tell you what to do.
Well, not me, I'm defiant, but
Hmm.
like, people I think that's so funny, like, I call myself Defiant Angel. I've called myself that for well over a decade, and then people are, like, surprised when I, like, push back on things. I'm like, "You're really?
Mm.
Oh, okay. I mean, you can alright. We all have ideals." But it might be the hair, I don't know, it could just be the strong boundaries, or it could just be them just wanting you as their fantasy. It's a whole no you never know.
Yeah, it could just be that like that's the thing that's more popular is looking for that like mask top. Because I'm not I wouldn't say that I'm super masculine per se in my personality, like at least the way I act, but I think my look and everything I tend to just kind of I don't know. My normal just kind of breeds that way a little bit.
You're gonna be listening. I appreciate you, and have a great day at work, Bearded, and hug your wife extra for me. Travis says I'm not
Oh.
that defiant. That's because we're actually close, Travis, and that like we actually communicate outside of here. And it's true. I do give way too much of myself to my friends and people I care about. And that's
Mm.
because I haven't learned the boundaries that Hamiel has. And if you guys might be regretting this interview because I might learn something. Everybody hold your breath. I know she's been here the whole time. Dude, I love your wife. Learn the 2 words. Get fucked. That's why Hydra's my mod because I just will get rid of anybody. He's the strength in the chat.
There you go.
Do you all right, back to spicy work. Do you feel that the sex industry understands performers' emotional needs or do you think that they ignore them?
I would say it's kind of like not really a factor. In a lot of ways, the platforms are more just that. They're just platforms. They give you the framework that you can use to perform, kind of that safety, that the tools. And then and they help you monetize it. But in terms of like the actual performers themselves or what you're doing, as long as you're within terms of service, like
There's
I don't
no
think they really
guide.
care.
There's no
Right,
guide.
right.
It's very open source. Like you can do whatever you want.
Right, right. Like I said, just in the past few months, I've tried 3 different platforms. One platform does offer trainings and stuff, which was kind of cool, but they focus most of their trainings on like the current promos that the platform is doing, and not as much on like the work
Mm.
of it. Yeah.
So it's more of like training on how to advertise their
Yeah, like
stuff.
oh, we have our Halloween event going on right now, so here's how you qualify for that, and here's what you need to do to get the bonus tips or whatever they're doing for that promotion. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Um, how much of camming for you is performance versus your authentic self?
Oh, it's total performance. I'm such a pleaser. Like I'm a huge pleaser in bed.
We're
Like
like
I'm gonna match
sisters.
your energy. I'm gonna mirror your vibes. Like I'm gonna do that. Like of course, like doing my own thing, but I'm gonna meet you where you are. Whereas with Cam, like it's your thing. Like you have to give all of the energy. It's only you. And so there's really no feedback happening besides like if people are giving you money. So it's really like it's not natural at all.
Yeah. I'm such a
I
pleaser
mean, the
myself.
pleasure of it is
So I totally
yeah,
get
so
it.
you know what I mean? Like,
Dude,
I can't make the
yeah.
first move. Like, if I'm on a date or whatever, like, if that guy doesn't grab my dick, like, it's probably not gonna happen because I'm not gonna, unless they give me the signal that it's okay, I'm gonna hold back. Yeah,
And like I don't know,
for
I was
sure.
like traditionally trained. Like I'm a traditionally trained housewife that earned her freedom. Like that's how I describe myself. So like I was well trained on how to like cook, clean, take care of a household and take care of a man. So it's like I don't know how to initiate like I
Mm,
dude like it's the whole thing because it's like there's certain I guess rituals that I've been trained to do that it like sex has always focused on like my partner's pleasure. You know what I mean?
hmm.
Like, I didn't even
Yeah.
know I didn't even know, like, I thought I knew what an orgasm was for a girl. Like, I thought I knew, and then I realized that, like, I just had someone who didn't care about me as a partner. And then,
Mm.
like, I taught I'm way better of a girlfriend than I ever had. Okay? Like, I when I 'cause I say I date myself, that's what I do. And so it's like, I'll treat myself. I do it myself. And it's like, I learned so much. Like, I thought I knew, like, I didn't. And okay, this is probably way too much TMI for my stream, but like, I had never even like masturbated or anything, um, until I was like well into like parenthood, let alone adulthood.
Wow.
So it's like my perception of what was sex and what was supposed to be felt feeling good versus great versus actually orgasmic, like it was a learning curve, okay? So like I totally understand when you're like, yeah, like I mimic their energy and I do what would please them. It's like cuz that's all I knew for like a significant part of my
Mhm.
adult life was to accommodate the person that you care about. And so it took a long time for me to um be like, well, it's okay for me to want things too. So I think I don't know. I guess it's part of growing up or something. And I'm gonna regret putting this on YouTube just so everybody knows. I'm still gonna do it because I'm not a bitch. But yeah, let's
And I think it's easier as a guy, like just societally, like I can be a pleaser, but I like it's not hard to like get mine. If you know what I mean? Like I
yeah.
think with girls, like there's more work and like focus involved. Like you have to like it's not just swinging out there ready to be pulled on.
Oh yeah, and it's like I don't
Get
know if you guys have ever played the game Bop It, but it's like twist it, pull it, bop it,
oh
and
Lord,
you gotta like have the like rhythm and everything else, and you fucking
not
forget
bop
to
it,
freaking hit that button, and you gotta start all over, dude. Nothing is worse than freaking
not bop it.
losing, like because if you're not thinking about it, then you can't, and then you stop, and then you gotta start all over, then you have to like rewind the timer. It's difficult. Keep tempo and pace. Yeah, exactly, Hydra. Exactly. So yeah, the verse is like, I don't
Mhm.
know.
And that's the thing.
Uh,
That's one thing I do struggle with, like my with the ADHD stuff. I can't really focus on more than one thing at a time. And so like I didn't expect it, but literally like if I'm in a stream and I'm like jerking it or whatever, and somebody hits my prostate massager, it can totally take me like my dick will just go soft and stuff. And then like it's hard, like you say, it's hard to get back into that like mode. It's like my ass is so stimulated right now. Like I can't focus outside of that.
mm.
Um
Do you understand how hard that shit is for a man to keep a solid pace and tempo? Yeah, cuz yes. And Tevin goes, what Hydra said. Dude, Hydra's speaking up for the men in my chat right now. Freaking, if you guys are not following Hydra Dives, you should. He's hilarious. He's awesome. He's the best shooter. He's the cutest puppy, the bestest wife. Good man. I'd be exhausted after like 5 minutes.
Shooter has interesting meanings in the context of the conversation.
Oh, that's true.
It's the best
Oh,
shooter.
oh, right. My bad. That's great. Uh, awesome. Speaking of that, we're at the fetish section. This is going swimmingly. Uh, anyways, do you specialize in any certain fetishes or niches?
No, like at least in terms of like specifically gay, we already have a lot of categories, I guess. So I'm just like kind of like a typical boy next door otter, dirty hippie type of vibe, like hipster.
I've never heard otter. I've heard bear. I've heard otter is so cute, so cute.
Yeah, otter's like in between a wolf and a bear. So like a wolf is
Okay.
gonna be your hairy but like super jacked, and then your bear is your hairy or maybe not so hairy but like bigger dude, and then your otter is gonna be more like the smaller frame but still like hairy and probably toned.
I I think otters. I think it's a good. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. I always figured the bears were the men that were hairy but built like barrels, like oil drums.
Mm.
and that like the I've
Yeah,
heard
more
of like
cuddly,
yeah,
bigger.
versus like
Yeah, I
an
got
otter. Otters, did you know they
the
hold
dog
hands
one,
when
so
they
it's hard to
sleep?
see, but yes.
It's so cute. I know that has nothing to do with why you describe yourself as an otter. But
But
fun
in
fact.
terms of like fetishes, I'm super vanilla like in my normal life. Like I've never done nothing too crazy besides like having sex in public places when I
Mm.
was younger, but like no, I've never done like a threesome or anything like that. Like I've never had sex with a woman. I tried in college, but it didn't work.
Oh.
My dick just doesn't work for girls, unfortunately. Not in person.
My family sometimes watches my YouTube, so I can't really disclose. I mean, I feel like I've
Okay,
already disclosed a
that's
lot.
fair. That's true.
But I cannot agree to your statements for myself. So,
I mean, I do like I have a large like a nice sized dick. So that I guess if there's like a fetish like big dick, like I have a
mm.
nice ass too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we love that. Um, how do you balance authenticity with what customers request? I know you said before it was mostly performance. It's not really your authentic self when you're camming.
Right. Well, and camming is a lot less personality, at least on the guy side, I think. Like it's a lot more like guys just saying, "Oh, that's hot, keep doing this," or like do this more or whatever. There's not as much personality involved. But I'm not good at lying or like being inauthentic. So like really it's just making like trying to remember the terms of service so that I don't get banned for something. Like
What you
and not
drinking,
being too
Hydra?
weird. Like not showing too much of my nerdy like awkwardness um to like
Unless
not
that's
on
like
the
what they're
adult
paying
side.
for.
Right, on Bigo or whatever, on Bigo I'm completely me. Like I share way too much about myself on there. But on the adult stuff, the spicy stuff, it's a lot more curated. Yeah.
Oh, we've driven Hydra knives to drink Mike's Hot Lemonade now. We've stressed him out.
Oh, nice.
And Bearded Reaper says, I gotta go to work, Hydra. Drink another for me. You guys are gonna kill my mod. You guys are gonna kill him. um, is there a fetish that you didn't expect for people to enjoy, but that end up you getting requests a lot for?
Well, having women enjoy like using a sex toy on me was interesting. I did not expect that at all, but really like one of them, she just wanted me to like scream her name and like rub myself while she was hitting my prostate massager for like 10 minutes. Um, yeah, that was probably the most surprising one. She ended up dropping like $200
Oh, nice.
um just on hitting my prostate massager and telling me to rub myself. Yeah.
I
So
will
that
say
I
I
guess
find it
it's
super empowering. And this is like not in, I guess not in a sexual way, but like when people unironically call me daddy, it's especially when men call me daddy, I find it so empowering. I'm like, yeah, I'm daddy. Like, cause I'm like 5'5", so it's like I
okay.
don't give daddy vibes in person. like, like they're
Well,
always
no, it totally makes sense. Like, I don't know why I was surprised because, yeah, like it makes sense that like a fantasy for women could be like a popular one could be to have control, like to dominate a man and to like really use them like for yourself. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, like I learned somebody had taught me not in that sounds hard. This sounds way more juicy than it is. It was we were just having a conversation about like history online, and he was saying how like he had a free use girlfriend, and I was like, "What's that?"
Yeah,
And
what's that?
it's when they're always like you talk about it beforehand, but it's like where they are able to anywhere, anytime, any place, it doesn't matter. Like they can use your body like whenever they want. And like that's like it's like a dom dynamic thing where he's like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, like she's my pet or whatever." And then
Uh-huh.
um and then I was like, "Oh, like that's interesting." And he was like, there's like free use boyfriends too." And I'm like, "What?" And apparently there are women out there just taking it wherever they want it. And that's like, I mean, snaps for them, man. Like, I mean, we
Yeah,
love
yeah,
women in
yeah.
male
Much
dominated
respect
fields.
to the
Like,
empowerment.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look at you, you comic accurate short king. But yeah, like for use, like where like it doesn't, they don't need the like I guess like the warm up or whatever. Like they're always
Hmm.
like, but that comes
Mm,
with an understanding. This is not you just like a suit. Like I don't know. He taught me a lot about like I'm a nosy bitch, so like I that's why these interviews happen is because like I ended up like being like, wow, what's that? And like they teach me
mm.
things. So I'm like, let's do it as an interview. You don't like being the top all the time? Well, there are talk to your lady about free
Yeah, there's
use.
cowboy, cowgirl. Like the girl can get on top.
Yeah.
Guys and girls, you can ride your man or your woman. There's strap-ons.
I will
Go for
say
it.
that me being I'm not I'm not an otter. I'm not thin. I'm not like I feel so much healthier now, and so I don't normally describe myself as like thick or thin anymore. But like I know that was like a mental thing, like 20-year-old me
Mm.
or versus 29-year-old me. Like I would never have been like the type to be like, oh, I can get on top or I can do certain things.
Oh,
Like yeah, I know what imagine freaking low self-esteem, man. Fucking it's terrible. But do it. If you're a woman and you feel like you can't do it, do, do it. Do it. Please do it. Just one time.
even
And if
as
he
a
dies, he
guy,
dies. Or well, yeah, guys too. Forget if you think you can't do something but you want to try it with consent. Try it though with consent.
men, you have a spot in your asshole that's called the prostate, and it is a G spot for us. And if you are riding a guy on top, you can direct yourself to make sure that you're getting your spot hit. It is a lot easier than with girls. The spot gets hit no matter what, as long as like there's enough length or whatever. So
Yeah, see? Try it. Try it, Hydra. You try it and you tell me how. Travis
overstimulation
goes,
is
please
fantastic.
suffocate me. Dude, overstimulation is fantastic. Like we're about like make like dude, it's like a goal to make somebody like shiver, like where you have like goosebumps like across their whole body. You know what I mean? Because
Mm,
that's a response you can't fake that sort of response. People can fake orgasms, people can freaking fake a lot of things. You can't fake goosebumps. You can't fake certain things. And it's like,
mm.
yo, like I will make you
The
see God.
shivers, the squirms.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's like dude, if a guy gets suffocated between some thighs, none of his boys are gonna be sad. There's gonna be high fives. I'm a crip rock. I'm a crip walk on my casket if I get suffocated by her thighs. Okay, well, the world has spoken. I know. And can you believe it took 9 years of adulthood for me to understand
Mm.
that? That's crazy, right? And 5 of those years, I've been like celibate. So I don't know. A lot of it's in theory. In theory, I'm a theoretical scientist. Oh goodness. Um, let's
I don't
see
know how
here.
much longer I'm gonna be able to hang.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Getting
This has actually
antsy.
gone so
No, it's okay.
long. We'll try to run through it. Um, what do you find genuinely satisfying about camming?
It's fun. It's like an ego boost, honestly. Growing up, I was always the nerdy kid. Nobody ever told me that I was attractive. And so I literally didn't know that I was attractive until like this summer. And then I was like, oh
What?
shit, people like are really hot for me. Like I look really good.
Oh,
And
you
so yeah,
blossomed.
it was just like it's like instant validation, like, oh my God, these guys and women are like so like wet and hard for me. Like people love me, like love my body, because I knew that like I have confidence in my personality and my intelligence, but I'd always thought I was a weirdo looking guy, and it was really nice to realize like, oh no, I'm a hot guy, like I'm a hottie, like yeah,
Yes. Same thing. Like it's so weird. It's so weird when people are like, "You're beautiful," and I'm like, "What?" I'm like a 7
yeah.
because I'm funny. Like, so it's I don't know. You never see. Do you feel platforms do enough to protect adult performers? And how do you handle threats like doxing or obsessive customers?
Um, Honestly, I think because of that philosophy that like they're hosting you, but they're not really managing you, they kind of keep a hands-off approach. So it's really up to the performer to know what their moderation tools are and have their boundaries. So that they can really like if people are like trying to dox you or trying to stalk you, so you can take care of it. Reporting, banning, kicking, all those kind of stuff. Yeah.
And they do
Um,
give you all the
because
tools to be able to protect yourself.
Yes, and that's part of like besides wanting to keep all the money within their platform, you're also not supposed to like take customers, viewers from that platform and take them outside for services.
Yeah.
Like you can post your Instagram and shit like that, but like I had somebody who wanted me to sell them my underwear. They turned out to be a scammer, but like I don't know, like the scammers will try to take you outside of the platform. So in that way, they do kind of protect you. Like staying within the platform does keep a documentation and keep records of things that are going on.
Yeah. But I mean, if they weren't so stingy with taking their cut, then you wouldn't ever take it off the platform. I mean, like I don't drive, right? So I use Uber a lot. And it's like, do you know how
Mhm.
many times I'm able to take that Uber driver's number and I'm like, "Yo, can I call you for a hood Uber?" That's what I call it, a hood Uber, where I just give you cash. Because instead of paying
Oh yeah,
$60 for the Uber and them only making $20 of it, I'll just give them $50 cash and we can just cut Uber right out of it.
yeah.
So, I don't know. I get it. I get it. And I'm sure Uber, I mean, all of that happened in Minecraft, not in real life. Please don't kick me off your platform, Uber, for the love of God. Hydra says my version of protecting myself is my address and a 9 millimeter. Try me. And you're awesome, Hydra. I appreciate you.
And
Um,
they also like there are all kinds of tool like you can block countries, you can block certain states to where they can't access your stream. That
oh,
doesn't
really?
help with VPN. Yeah, you can region lock your shit. You can lock your shit down.
That's
So they
cool.
do try to help you not dox yourself with your family or your friends if you're not cool with sharing that part of yourself.
That makes
Yeah,
sense. I was like, why would they take it from like certain states? But that totally, dude, that's super cool. That's
yeah.
real nifty. I kind of wish vanilla streaming could do that too.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Well, the downside is on some sites, on some platforms, I think it will actually reduce your visibility in terms of they can't promote you
Mm.
as widely. So like if you're restricted with certain sites, then they're just not going to promote you in that channel instead of just not promoting you in that state, if that makes sense. To cut down on the complications of it. So there are some drawbacks to it, like you do decrease your visibility, but there are the tools to like help you protect yourself.
But yeah, I personally, I would. There's a lot of scammers out of certain countries, and I'm not
Mhm.
gonna label the countries in the stream, but like, um, like where I am an admin, places where people promote their streams, we are specifically told like do not accept anybody from this or this country because they're just
Mm.
it's so much there's nobody genuinely trying to stream from there. They're literally just trying to swindle money off of streamers because the streamers want, the SEOs. Like you guys want, like people offer to advertise for you or edit for you or make
Mhm.
emotes. And like that's why I'd make emotes for people now. I literally would make my own and then I started getting into making emotes for people because so many people are getting scammed. But yeah.
Oh wow.
So that would be very convenient if I could just like block my shit from certain countries. That's awesome. You
Yeah.
got living in 2054. You go through Fiverr. Oh, I get it. My emotes weren't good enough for you,
Okay.
Hydra. Well, I made him emotes, and he just said in my chat he goes to another platform. So community dynamics, gay versus heterosexual spaces. So, how do you feel gay communities view sex work today?
Oh, gay community sex work is alive and well. Like I've used escorts. I've used massage. Like sensual massage, like masseurs, like yeah, gay sex work is just a thing. Like it's not like super widely done, but it's
It's
not
not
like
like
an
a
oppressive
sin.
or repressed
Yeah.
thing, right? Like there are some guys like that's their job. They just travel around the country like doing escorting and stuff. And like they're like the hottest. They live like these glamorous lives. If I wasn't so like if I if I had more confidence in my ability to perform in person, like doing physical sex, I would totally do it.
Mm.
Yeah. It seems very like but it's hard. Like you're traveling all the time, you're putting yourself in danger, like meeting up with people, like
I
yeah,
almost got
it
kidnapped just doing a freaking normal gaming freaking thing. Like
mm,
literally, they did not want. They were trying to like prevent me from ever leaving, ever, ever, ever.
yikes.
And I'm like, whoa, man! Like this is not what I signed up
Yeah.
for. So I can just imagine how much more dangerous it is for adult because it's very easily people get it can get obsessive easily, and they
And
can
I'm
hide
sure it's
that.
like a lot I'm sure it's a lot better if you're like a muscly guy. Like
Mm,
I don't I've never been in a physical well, I've been in like I've been fought before, like had somebody hitting me, but I don't know how to like I'm not a fighter.
mm.
And so I wouldn't really be able I wouldn't feel confident being able to protect myself in that way. But like I guess that's another like if it's men doing it. So like there's less of a problem if you're like a muscly, like fit guy.
Yeah.
Um yeah.
Or just like a like a woman with a knife too. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
like it just depends. Everybody's so different. It's not necessarily masculine or feminine to it's just yeah.
But I think the biggest difference between heterosexual and homosexual is just the view of sex. Like heterosexual sex is just very repressed. And in with the gays, like we're like guys are fucking all like it's normal. I have a couple my body count is in the low hundreds, and that's
Oh
like
my
prudish
goodness. Oh, I
behavior.
should have mentioned that. Oh, I should
That's
have asked
prudish
that.
behavior.
And
I'm a prude.
that's prude. Oh my
There are guys
goodness.
that have like hundreds per year.
Wow. I mean, I
Yeah,
guess it
because they
literally
have the
comes with the
abs.
job profession. I get it. Like, cause like
Well,
my
no, I
body
mean just
count's like
normal
I can on
people
one
like having
hand.
sex.
On
Normal
one
people like Grinder, Sniffies, Scruff, Jacked. There's so many fucking apps, like so many apps just for fucking, like just for gays. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Plus, being gay was like oppressed for so long that it's kind of they kind of have their freedom to do whatever they want now, which is nice. Versus like other places, like there's still like super religious households are still very oppressed when it comes to sex,
Mm,
you know. So I
yeah.
guess it's just you guys, it's just able to have a well earned, well fought for safe place to explore whatever, you know.
Hmm. Yeah. And then on the flip side, for straight guys, if a straight man is thinking about getting into online sex work, be ready to have men be your customers, because there are far fewer female customers for that type of product. Yeah,
Yeah.
so get ready to perform for the
And you could
gays.
be a straight man or woman and
Yeah.
perform and make money off of the same gender and it not change that doesn't change your sexuality. Like even though your performer person is bisexual, you were saying like you identify as
Yeah.
a gay man. So
Yeah,
like that.
my cam persona is bi and mostly top. But in real life, I'm like super gay and super bottom if it comes to that.
Hi werewolf, I see you. Yeah, and you what's
Yeah.
crazy to me is like one thing I do wish that I guess the straight communities would have is that acceptance that like the gay communities have in terms of body count because I like I
Mm.
said my body count is I can have on less than one hand, but just because I have a child I am considered like ran through.
Hello.
Like I'm considered useless. I'm considered
Wow.
like, I've had men
Yikes.
tell me that I'm not worth marrying because I've had a child before. It does not matter that how low my body count is. It does not matter that how particular I am with who I spend time with. Like, none of that shit matters. Like, I have a child, therefore I'm worthless.
Mm.
Like, they've said that to my face, like, on a date, to my face. And I'm like,
Yeah, I
"What?"
was in the dozens before I even graduated high school. Yeah.
What a pimp.
That's just like,
I
yeah,
read a lot
it's
of
just
books. Does
different.
that count?
But
Oh man.
yeah.
Um, do you do you think we just got done talking about straight communities treating sex work, especially straight communities, just they condemn sex work because they don't, like, I don't know, there's just so much hatred towards sex in general.
Yeah. Well, like sex, according to like a lot of the propaganda for heteronormative values or whatever, is sex is for children. And so if you're celebrating sex, if you're having fun, if you're making prosperity from sex, like that's a no-no. What are you
Yeah.
doing? Too empowering.
What kind of stigma do you still face either online or in real life?
Well, dealing with having those friends kind of ghost me because they didn't agree with what I was doing, that was kind of surprising. But other than that, nothing really. I do have, now that I am applying for vanilla jobs again, especially with a background in education and research, I do have in the back of my mind, like, now I do have to be careful about people making that connection because what if I am working with a school or something like that, and like they freak out about a parent finding
I
finding
know
my
there
nudes
was
somewhere or something.
I know there's been quite a few teachers who have been fired for having, like, OnlyFans, and I
Yeah.
know that you said that you were not on that platform, right?
Right, but the big thing with camming is that people will screen grab your streams and then post them to Pornhub or wherever. I refuse to Google my screen name because my performer name because I don't want to know.
Mm.
I don't want to know if I'm out there.
Oh, yeah, you they can screen grab, like, anything these days. I mean,
Yeah.
I screen grab I'll be honest, I'll be 100% honest here. Had somebody come up on my panel in Bigo, and he was saying such disturbing, such alarming things that I genuinely felt like he was hurting people in his real life.
Yikes.
And so I pulled, just how I'm recording us now. Like, I pulled up and I, instead of hitting go live, I hit stop record. And I was like recording
Mm,
him and I was trying to ask him questions, but he got real jittery and he ended up leaving. But he had even shared his screen and he was going through because he was talking about his infant daughter that passed away, and I
yikes.
100% believe that he had something to do with it. Like, there, you could not convince me otherwise.
Mm,
Just the way he was talking, the way he was explaining the things just didn't make sense. The timeline, just so much of it that I felt uncomfortable enough that I hit record. So it's like anybody can record anything, and you
yeah.
really have to be careful like what you do on the internet. So.
Yeah, and for the spicy stuff, a lot of the private shows, they allow people to spy. Like people, so you have a price for the private show. The one person is paying that by the minute, but then people can pay like a reduced price to just watch.
It
Um,
shouldn't it be
and so
more? Because it's a private, like, if
well, no,
I'm
because
paying
they
you
don't
for a
get
private
to
show,
they
I'd be
don't get
kinda
to ask for
pissed.
things.
But
Well,
that's
so the
my
person who
show.
pays for it, they get to, they're the one in the chat, they're the one making the request, they're the one, the main person you're performing for. And then the people who are spying, they don't get to say anything or ask for anything. So they just kind of have to deal with whatever the person who, like
Oh, okay.
the person wants.
Oh,
Yeah.
could you pay more to get, like, fully private? Like, if I wanted, like,
Yeah.
just me and you and, like, I'm like, "Yo, I don't even want anybody to be able to spy on us." Like, do I can throw
Mhm.
extra money and be like, "Close the blinds." Like,
Yeah, exclusives are usually more expensive than privates. Yeah.
okay. So there's tiers. Okay, that's kinda nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. I love that for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, it's
um,
good.
and speaking of all the tiers and stuff, we're in the legal, financial, ethical issues. Um, what legal or platform related challenges do cam workers face today?
Um Well, I think it's just the difference in like differences in what's allowed. It can make it hard, like especially like you're using OBS, and that's the same platform, the software that's used for multi-streaming, for webcamming,
Yeah.
or even if you're not multi-streaming, but just because all the tools and stuff, the overlays and everything you can do with OBS. Um, but if you're multi-streaming, like some platforms, they don't allow you to stream like multi-stream, so you have to be careful what you're saying, or like not saying a specific platform because you don't want to get kicked out of this other platform, that kind of stuff.
As
So navigating the different restrictions and rules and stuff can be difficult.
And then I know we talked a little before the stream about the discrimination you face about with banking and money. Like that seems to be a whole thing
Oh
too.
yeah. Yeah, so even though like webcam modeling or online pornographic work or content or any of that is legal, it's like you're allowed to do it under state and federal law. Um, Banking institutions won't do business with sex workers. So if they suspect that the money that you're getting into your bank account through Cash App, through any of these things, they can close your account and take your money. Um, so you have to be very careful about the ways that you're bringing in money, how you account for that money, and stuff like that. So, like one benefit of doing webcamming or having a platform like OnlyFans or even streaming and stuff is that you get those payments from a company instead of getting them from a person or getting a bunch of cash apps and then thinking that you're a drug dealer or something.
Yeah.
um, yeah. So, so yeah, thank you for bringing that up. It's a big one. I have a separate bank account for my streaming just in case that one day they decide
And do
like,
you
oh,
like
you're an adult
funnel it out,
performer.
right? Like it dumps into one and then you trickle it out into
Yeah, I
another.
can I can transfer it to another account or use that like card or whatever. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
use it after that. But I do have a separate one. That way, if that it's quarantined, if anything happens. Yeah.
Hmm. Also, Wolfie and Outlawed Wolf are both in the chat right now. So shout out to all the wolves. Oh.
Hey.
um,
Arr, arr.
how do you navigate copyright, piracy, and stolen content? I know we talked a little bit about that with the screen grabs. And Werewolf of the Night. I forgot the werewolf is also a wolf. I'm sorry. I just
Okay.
think werewolves are different than wolves. That's on me.
Honestly, there's each website has their own process, like for a DMCA request. If you find your content on another platform, you can usually ask the whatever service you were performing on, like, hey, I found my content, can you like put out a takedown request? It doesn't really work with porn. Like once it's out there, it's out there. Like
Mm.
it's everywhere. The bots take it, scrapers, all that kind of stuff. But that's about all you can do, just like with any other content. It's just a DMCA.
Also, OG Wolfie 420, he's a retired porn star. Like he did like in person sex work.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and he's retired. He's also Australian. So,
Oh, awesome. Welcome.
yeah. So I know he was a little salty when he heard about our interview. He's like, "You never asked me to interview." And I was like, well, "You're retired."
That happens all the time doing the vanilla streaming. Like people, my friends on Bigo or viewers, they'll be like, "Oh, I gave this person $25 the other day because I felt bad for them." I'm like, "Where's my $25? You're in here every fucking day."
Right? Wolfie has not he subscribed to me once in the like 2 years I've known him. Right?
Uh,
Like no love. That guy hates me. I-
oh, oh man.
um so yeah, what direction do you see camming moving into?
I have no clue. I'm not good at future seeing that kind of thinking, but the one thing is the laws, the kind of the anti-porn laws that are happening are a big deal. Like in the UK, that's a major barrier to customers if they have to like show their ID and go through all these extra steps. And the same with the US. Like just to watch porn, I'm in Virginia. Just to watch porn, I have to like refresh my VPN to make sure that I'm not coming from a state that or yeah,
An area.
I'm not
Yeah.
connected from a state that where it's illegal. Yeah,
And that's
it's
like a
annoying.
real thing too with like gambling and stuff too. I didn't realize cuz I
Mm,
don't do online gambling. But I have friends that do. And I also live in an area where there's multiple states around me, so we can easily go over like the line without even
mm,
knowing. And
uh-huh.
when you go over that line, you can no longer gamble and it will like shut you out like immediately. Like, if you bring your
Wow.
phone if you're watching porn or gambling
Mhm.
in a state where it's legal to do so, and then your phone travels over that invisible line, it will shut it
Mm.
off,
Shit.
and you'll lose all your money, and it's crazy. And, like, especially when, like, the lines are not always like, for my international viewers, like, the lines are not always like, "Welcome to Utah." Like, it's not like, sometimes you're just over the line and you don't know, and then it's just like, I
Mhm.
could so see people getting, like, robbed of money. I've
Yeah, so that's gonna be a big one is like, where are the customers gonna stick around if they have to send pictures of their IDs or their face and like
yeah.
actually like verify these types of things? Yeah.
I will say that what I kinda see happening with camming and sexual performance online for the future is the VR stuff. I kinda see more VR
Mm.
strip clubs, and, like, you see it with, GTA, like, the strip clubs in GTA, were a all the dancers were really dancers in, like, green suits with, like, points on
Oh,
their
okay.
for on their joints, and, like, so, like, when you see those girls, like, twerking, like, that was a real woman, like, in front of a green screen, in front of a camera, that doing all of those moves, programming that program to do
Oh,
that.
okay.
So I can kinda see camming turning into that a little bit, probably. That's just my
Maybe.
hypothesis. Um, what advice would you give someone considering getting into camming?
Do your research. There are subreddits that are devoted specifically to webcam performers. There are Discord servers. Um, there are YouTube videos from performers. And then also going onto the platform that you're interested in performing on and watching other performers, seeing how they price their shit, seeing how the viewers are, what the culture is like, seeing how people make requests, what bots are available. Because every platform is going to have a different expectations, different requirements, different tools, and different viewers. Yeah.
Yeah. What's something people never ask you about this type of work, but they should?
Ooh, that's a good one. Hmm. Maybe is it fun? I think people assume that because you're having a sexy time, you're maybe being seductive or sensual, that it feels good all the time. But I think I mentioned like there are moments when my focus just completely goes away. My body just stops being in the moment. And I have to kind of like reground to like get my boner back or like that can like remember that I'm engaging with somebody in the chat. So yeah, I think like people don't think enough about like is it actually fun? Is it enjoyable to do? Because
Especially
it's definitely
solo
work.
work, like what you do, right? Because
Yeah.
solo work, I mean, I don't like myself all the time. So I can
Yeah.
imagine having to work with myself all the time. Jeez, you couldn't like,
Mhm.
jeez. And I
Yeah.
assume it can get real lonely too. So that's why I'm glad to hear that you have your friend that's in your area. Like that's really
Yeah.
nice that you don't get lost in the
Yeah, for
sauce.
sure. To remind me that like I have worth
Yeah.
besides just that one like just that one
Besides
skill.
the pay point.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, is there anything that you want to say directly to people in the audience who watch cam models or who may also like I want it for the ones who watch cam models, and also what would you say to somebody who is so vehemently against cam models and sex work? What would you say to them as well? So we can make it a two-part question.
So the first thing for the viewers, just remember that they're there to make money. So if you like what you're seeing, like it's a business. So show support, show appreciation. Don't ask for free things. It is the most like it is so degrading when people want you to do stuff for free in a context where you're supposed to be paid for it. So just like be nice, show support, and don't be an asshole. um And then for people who are against sex work, I don't know. I think this is a big issue in general with everything right now. Like we're so polarized with things that I don't even want to touch that. Like
Okay, no
if
worries.
people don't like it, just avoid it. Like because
Yeah.
otherwise there's really no like yeah, I
O-
don't know about it.
Outlawed
Just
says
don't
it's so
watch
funny.
it.
Werewolf of the Night goes, I would hate that. I definitely don't like myself. And then Outlawed Wolf goes, I love myself so much I share with my wife. So that's I love
Oh, I've
the polar differences.
and I've never had an STD outlawed wolf for that question.
Yeah, Outlawed, you came in a little bit late. This is actually the tail end of this. But yeah, he does his things all virtually. He's never even gotten a malware spam.
I don't know. I used to LimeWire pretty hard back in the day,
Oh,
so I probably
LimeWire.
definitely had some viruses. Yeah, but yeah, but yeah, just don't be a dick. Be a normal. They're normal people. They're doing a job. They're not there to give you things for free. If you want free porn, go to Pornhub. Like, there's so much free shit. Leave
And
those
to
people who
be
are working
clear,
on
all of
it.
those free porn sites are free because you are giving your cookies, you are giving your
Yeah,
data, you are giving your ID in exchange. Like you are now becoming a statistic for everybody to know. Like, and it's whatever. Like, listen, everybody's a statistic, but that's what they're doing. They're giving you this stuff for free in order to say, okay, Defiant Angel is a white passing 29-year-old female and she likes this. Like now I'm on a list
hmm,
where it's like that goes into a big data like fucking graph amongst all other 29-year-old women in America and everything else. So it's like yeah, computer aids. um so yeah, that's the exchange. So it's like there are both pros and cons of going either the free route or the paid route, you know.
yeah,
It's
and they are free. Like they're free to view basically. So like you can go like you shouldn't feel bad for viewing them for free, but just don't make demands. Like don't make it about you unless you're gonna contribute to it, type of deal. Like don't ask for free shit. Yeah.
does the chat have any questions before I let Himio go? I can't hold him hostage any long like too much longer. But I really appreciate and thank you so much for like going through everything. And I did not expect to share as much as I did, so you guys are lucky ducks. Um
Yeah, no, thank you so much. This was super fun. Like, I'm glad you shared. I'm all about the TMI. Yeah, if y'all check out my Instagram. I'm also on Bigo with the name Himio. I don't really do anything on Twitch, so following me on here won't really do anything probably, but yeah, thank you guys for having me. Like your fans are awesome. Thank
yeah,
you.
the link tree is right pinned up top. Damn, you missed all the secrets. Yeah, yeah, you missed it. You're gonna have to freaking sift through a 2.5 hour YouTube video to peel my secrets out of my freaking dead body. And when you bring it up in a future stream, I'll deny it. That being said, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that we're gonna close out here. I'm gonna raid out to a somebody else, and then I have about an hour, so I'll probably end up on Bigo. Miss, wait, a Mime Junior. Hold on, I gotta catch this freaking Pokemon. I haven't seen a Mime Junior in the Twitch chat in over a year. Divine intervention. I love it. Oh, he's
All right,
in.
I'm gonna jump down
Yeah,
now.
you can jump down. Thank you so much.
Bye guys. Bye.
Well, I hope that this has been enlightening. Um, I feel like I learned so much, and I think that one thing that I definitely can take away from all this is how strong of boundaries they had and how tough it really is out there because I mean, you guys see it every day with just like vanilla streaming, so I can just imagine how rowdy it gets on the dark side, you know? But I appreciate everybody hanging out. I appreciate you, Outlawed Wolf. Dude, if you guys are not following Outlawed Wolf, you should. He's super funny. He's great. He plays a variety of games, including Fallout 76. Um, Good honorable thing. Yeah, there's the internet's full of people that are like have all sorts of things. Yeah, the hockey. I did see that with you playing hockey lately. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be live later tonight with some gaming. We might play some Jackbox. I haven't decided yet, really. But I really appreciate everybody. And this whole thing was not to advocate for or against sex work in any way. We just seek to, like all interviews, we seek to understand and be understood. And I really appreciate the perspective. And I hope that everybody is safe, warm, well fed, and happy. Among Us, I might be able to do some Among Us. I like Among Us. Yeah, well, I'll do a poll in my Discord and we'll see what we want to do. But thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate it. And let's get this raid going because we're about to share the love. Where is the love, the love, the love? Yeah, absolutely, you guys.